What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Black Horseman. Shout out to the UGC. Shout out to True Media. It's everybody keeps it 100, staying true to who they are and doing their part in this media. Y'all grab a seat. You know what I mean? Get a little hydrated real quick. Let me get some water. Be a lot of heat being dropped. All right, let's get to it. When you guys come in, smash the like button. For the ones catching the playback, smash the like button. Love to see you leave a comment below and give your thoughts on today's live stream. But once again, I'm the Black Horseman. Let me give my thoughts. You know, I paid the cost to give my criticism. You know what I mean? I didn't stream the fight. I didn't none of that. I actually paid for the fight. I was at home. I paid pay-per-view to see what was going to actually happen in this fight with Spence versus Mikey Garcia. And shout out to IMO in the chat, says, "What's up, Black? Indigenous Black Jaguar, aka Mad Boxer Fan 78. What's going on, my brother?" Samuel Shaw says, "Black salute. I'm here for the UGC family to go in on me." It's all good, man. Like I stated, man, you know, it is what it is. You know, you can't get every prediction right. Um, but I'm gonna go into this, man. I'm going to this. Like I stated, I did purchase the fight. Starting out with the undercards. I was not impressed at all. You know, if I'm gonna say overall with the value of what I paid, I think it was like $75 for the HD version of the pay-per-view. It was not worth my money. I don't think it was worth my money. I've seen a lot of one-sided fights lined up on that card, and I stated even before. Y'all know me, I'm thorough, man. So I stated before this that you know, on the PBC side, if they're going to do these pay-per-views, they're going to have to do better. They're going to have to do better at stacking the cards up, getting some competitive fights, not tune-ups. You know, I don't want to see David Benavidez fighting Jalen Trash Love as a co-main event. That was everybody, Ray Charles could see what was going to happen in that fight. You see what I'm saying? That's not nothing that. Why is Jalen Love on pay-per-view? Why is Chris Arreola on pay-per-view? Why is Charles Demigod Martin on pay-per-view? You understand me? So it's like this type of stuff right here, man. It was not worth my money. It was not worth my money. But let me just give my, you know what I'm saying, thoughts on the fights that I did see. Um, Let me see. Charles Martin looked decent. I like the fact that Charles Martin is getting back in contention, you know, after coming back after losing to what's the guy? Shit. What's the Polish man? God damn it. I can't fucking think his name. The Polish guy. It'll come back to me in a second. He's coming off of a loss. He's definitely coming off a loss right now to a Polish guy. In a fight where I felt he was going to get knocked out, but he actually survived that fight. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate you, Indigenous Black and Samuel Shaw. Adam Kanaki. He coming off a loss to Adam Kanaki in a fight. I thought he was going to get knocked out. He actually went the distance. So I was impressed he went the distance, even though he lost. And he made it competitive down the stretch of that fight. This fight, he fought a guy, I think Corbin, something like that. I had never seen this guy before. I don't know where he was ranked as a heavyweight, anything. I've never seen this guy fight before. And I never want to see him fight again. This nigga was fighting like, what was it, Galata? You know, this nigga seemed like his game plan or in his training camp, throw as many combos to the nutsack as possible. Nutsack, nutsack, nutsack. And he got disqualified. You know what I mean? He got disqualified. Charles Martin was trying to do the best he can do. He actually maintained his composure and sportsmanship at the end. You know, I would have did like that one nigga did, bro, that lost that fight and knocked the dude out after, you know what I'm saying, he lost and shit. I would have knocked that nigga out, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I get hit in the nuts 4 or 5 times in the fight, oh yeah, nigga. As soon as the gloves come off, nigga, you gonna catch these hand wraps. You gonna catch these hand wraps, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, man? Niggas be doing fucking that fuck shit when they frustrated and they know there ain't nothing they can do in there with the opponent that's in front of them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would have slept that nigga, dog, easily. So you know, that was a decent little fight, you know, as far performance by Charles Martin. What's up, AOBZ? Hit the like button for me, dog. Hit the like button for me. Matter of fact, let me send this share this live stream in the Hangouts, and I'll probably send the link out to my brothers for them to come in and add their thoughts in a little bit if they down, you know, if they got time or whatnot. But you know, there was another guy, I can't think of his name, that fought. He was like 8-0 with 8 knockouts. He improved to 9-0 with 9 knockouts. But it wasn't nothing on the undercard that just was like, yo, like, you know, sometimes you have a fight on the pay-per-view card that you be like, you know what, this one could steal the show. Nothing stole the show. There was nothing on there that would have stole the show. You feel me? So it was not worth the $75 that I paid. It was not. So skipping, like I say, skipping beyond this damn Jalen Love shit, you know, I don't know what he thought he was gonna do with David Benavidez. He was trying to come forward, uh, you know, use, you know, whatever, use his doghouse, you know what I'm saying, experience. And he just got dogged. You know what I mean? Jalen Love had no business being on a fucking pay-per-view, let alone a co-main event, bruh. You know, Floyd out there looking like ass, nigga, sitting out there watching that shit and see his Jalen Love get stopped. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what the? This is garbage. It was just straight trash, bro. It was a straight trash card. Just being honest. And I paid my money, so I don't give a fuck what nobody say, nigga. I earned the right to speak and critique on what the fuck I saw. You know what I mean? So it was not worth $75, nigga. And like I stated before, you know, I'm not going to be fucking paying these pay-per-views, man, for this trash. I'm not. You know what I mean? Hey, I got money. I can pay money to get these pay-per-views. But look, I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it when you niggas want to put up this garbage ass product. You feel me? If I go to a place and I'm spending my money, I want to make sure if I spend my money on a product that I'm getting exactly what I'm paying for. I did not get $75 worth of product last night. I didn't. So at the end of the day, moving on to the main event. Ones that's been watching my live streams, everybody that's been following me, I had predicted that Errol Spence would knock out Mikey Garcia within 5 rounds. A lot of people in my chats, you know, a lot of people I'm cool with, Samuel Shaw, shout out to Trav. I saw his video. He had actually give credit to Errol. Corley Boxing was big on Errol. I think who else? I think Lawrence Williams, he was big on excuse me, I mean y'all was big on Mikey. So Corey was big on Mikey. Samuel Shaw was hollering Mikey. Who else, man? Like I say, Travis hollering Mikey. All y'all, man. Like I told people, I said, I'm not jumping off that Mikey cliff. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give Errol more credit. I felt Errol was just a better fighter, man. He was just a better fighter. You know, I just felt like overall he was a better fighter. And even if with that, the advantage that Mikey felt he had as far as being just a little bit better, when you going up in weight and you dealing with a bigger guy, to me, that's not enough, fam. That's not enough when you just feel like you a little bit better than the bigger guy. Because his experience at 147, you know what I mean, was just enough to get the job done. You know what I mean? And I never once stated that Errol cannot box, you know. However, his 24 wins and 21 knockouts previously, that before this fight took place, you know, a lot of people were expecting him to get in there and just destroy Mikey. I thought he was going to destroy Mikey Garcia. I gave Mikey all the credit in the world for coming up in weight and challenging Errol Spence for his title. You know, not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of people can accomplish that. So there's nothing negative on Mikey. Actually, Mikey's stock probably rose for the simple fact that nigga went the distance with Errol. And I'm gonna say this. Yes, Errol did some good things in there. He boxed smart. Um, he controlled the distance with his jab. He did not really commit to the body. He did it later in the fight, but he did not really go to the body. He just really boxed on the outside. Really, his jab was his best punch in the fight. He was able to counter upstairs with the straight left, and sometimes turning the straight left into a hook. And he did what he needed to do to get the fight, to win the fight. He did what he needed to do to win the fight. I was expecting the knockout. And we didn't get it. You know, after dominating for, say, the first 5 or 6 rounds, I thought that Errol Spence was going to turn up the heat, walk Mikey down, and he did at a certain point, but the punches were not effective. The punches was not effective like that. That same effectiveness that that Errol usually has against welterweights, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, y'all. My bad. My bad. Daughter came in. So let me see. Indigenous Black says Don King had them good pay-per-views. He says I was waiting on a towel. He says I was Spence all day. Salmon Shaw says Earl surprised me with his footwork and boxing ability. Indigenous Black Jaguar says if that was Broner. Oh, let me give you this wrench, Mad Boxing fan. Indigenous Black. He said if that was Broner, everybody would be bashing him. Mikey didn't win one round, and nobody is talking. Unbiased says, where was the power? I'm about to get to that, bro. Shout out to Unbiased. And I'm going to send the link out, you know what I'm saying, a little bit if y'all want to jump on. Summer Shaw says that Black, do you think that Vada has something to do with Errol not getting the KO? And then Indigenous Black says it was there because Mikey didn't stand in front. Mikey didn't stand in front. Mikey was in front of Errol the whole fight. We're talking about flat-footed. We're talking about flat-footed, slow, and was getting hit. Every time Errol threw the jab, he was able to. It wasn't really no head movement from Mikey, none of that. You know what I mean? So I'll give credit to Errol for boxing. I'll give credit to Errol for boxing, and I will say this: that what Errol did to Mikey last night, that is what Jermell should have did to Tony Harrison, or what he going to need to do. Champ Ross, what's up, man? Get this wrench. Unbiased says Mikey was in front getting tagged. He was in front of him the whole time. Errol was not engaging early. He was like hesitant. He was very hesitant. And to answer your question, Unbiased, hell fucking yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Anybody with a good pair of eyes can see Errol was not the same fighter physically in there. We can look at the weigh-in, okay? Shit. I'll pull the shit back up because I did a live stream before the fight even took place. So you tell me. I took an image of him just normally taking, these fights, and he's using USADA. That's on the left. On the right, that's VADA. That's VADA testing right there. You telling me you don't see no physical changes in those two pictures? VADA will get you straight. And this is my theory on it. Like I said, giving Spence the credit, I already picked him to win. I picked him to knock out Mikey. But you know what? I was way off on my prediction. So people that picked Mikey to win, y'all was off. Y'all was off in y'all prediction. I picked Errol to win. I was off on my prediction because I picked Errol to knock out Mikey. And he didn't do that. No man down, no new strap. And I'm going to tell you why there was no man down. I think it has something to do with VADA. I truly do. Because the punches that Errol was landing. Man, I'm sitting there like, bro, he's not even hurting this man. He's not hurting this man. And this is why I feel Derek James chose that game plan for Errol, because with VADA testing, he knew Errol was not going to be the same puncher, man. He knew that. Matter of fact, if he probably would have went in there with that slugging ass shit, that trying to, walk Mikey down with all that with that power and shit. I didn't see that power, man. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Even some of the counters and shit. Like, it wasn't nothing effective. So I give Spence the credit for beating Mikey, the little guy who came up to challenge him. You did what you were supposed to do. That was a title defense. You get credit for defending your title successfully, okay? So congratulations to Errol Spence for successfully defending his title. That's all I can give him credit for in boxing. But this nigga main slogan is man down, strap season. He couldn't even get the little man down. What changed? VADA, nigga. That's my answer. VADA changed that. You feel me? So salute to Errol for getting the victory. Congratulations, sir. You know what I mean? Congratulations on getting your victory. But what I'm looking at is, okay, put the nigga on VADA. Whoever, I mean, look, and then this is the thing about it, man. This is the thing about it. Okay. We know he can box. We know he can box. But does he box good enough to beat Sean Porter? Can he outbox Sean Porter? Can he outbox Keith? Can he outbox Terrence Crawford? See, I'm staying focused. I was looking past this fight. I already knew, like, this nigga Errol was going to win this fight, bro. This is not the fight I wanted to see initially. This is a fight that was made. I watch boxing. It don't matter if it's on ESPN, if it's on Fox, CBS, Showtime, DAZN. Don't matter if it's on pay-per-view. I won't be paying my $75 like that no more for that trash ass fucking product. Was not worth my money. But do y'all honestly think the Spence that we saw last night can beat Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Bud Crawford? Shit, even Ugas. Y'all truly believe that? Like, I understand that at some point, you're going to have to transition from being a knockout puncher to actually boxing. So I'm glad that Derek James realized I am not going to have no champions if I keep training these niggas to go in there looking for the KO. You understand me? And I think that the game plan was, look, don't go in there looking for the KO. And matter of fact, that was the right game plan. That was the right game plan. So I give credit to Derek James for that, because if he have gone in there looking for the KO, he could have got KO. You can't go in there looking for the KO every fight. That's a dangerous thing. You got to be willing to box. It's called boxing. It's called boxing. So Errol did what he was supposed to do, but down the stretch, when you already comfortably ahead, where's your power at, Spence? Where's that KO power? The body shots that you landed on Ocampo in your last fight. You couldn't drop no ab having ass Mikey Garcia. There was no power there, man. No power. Y'all, and can't nobody get up here and tell me that Errol wasn't trying to hit Mikey. You mean tell me Errol wasn't trying to hurt Mikey in there? I mean, it wasn't like I know he was doing snag, but come on now. It wasn't like I seen Mikey with this super strong physique. I mean, he had every advantage. I felt Errol had advantage on speed, reach, height. He had the size advantage, everything. But he couldn't get him out of there. He couldn't get him out of there. So when I'm looking at that, I'm like, you know what? What I definitely see a change is Vada. Vada changed all of that. Shout out to Mikey and his team. And I felt like that's why I was wondering, I'm like, why is Mikey so damn confident going into this fight? And I think in his mind, he knew power was not really going to be a factor. And he believed that he can really outbox Errol. And Errol proved to that nigga, like, no, you can't you can't outbox me. You can't do it. So Mikey, he underrated Spence's boxing ability. Whatever he thought he saw, he was wrong. He was wrong. I have never once said Spence cannot box. Never once said that. I just said that I have question marks as far as if he's the best at welterweight. See, I'm the one of the few niggas that stay in focus. I'm talking about welterweight. Can he beat the best at welterweight, the other champions? To me, I don't see nothing special about him. I don't see nothing different between him having one strap, Keith having one strap, Sean having one strap, and Bud having one strap. The only one that's really showing some special shit is Bud, because he's been doing it consistently, weight class after weight class, and he just got there and he took a strap and he's defending, and he about to fight Amir Khan next month, another undefeated boxer. Excuse me, another undefeated welterweight. He's undefeated at welterweight. But I'm looking at that like, man, Thurman is faster than Porter. Thurman is faster than Spence. Thurman hits harder than Spence. Thurman would have probably knocked out Mikey. He would have hurt Mikey. He probably would have dropped Mikey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to take nothing away from Mikey. Mikey is good. He's good at what he does, but it's good at 135, 140. He beat what? Lipinets at 140 and Robert Easter. Errol's a better boxer than Robert Easter. Man, Bud would have stopped Mikey last night, bro. Bud would have stopped Mikey. I put money on it. He would have stopped Mikey. That was not the same Spence last night that I usually see. And I'm not just talking about the mere fact that he boxed. He always boxes, man. But he usually has that power with it to where it's just like, fuck, I can't deal. This nigga can box and he got some fucking fire in his hands. Where was the fire at? I didn't see it. I'm looking at this shit like, okay, damn. He about to go past 5? I'm like, oh no, I know this nigga not gonna go the distance, fam. He going the distance. This nigga then went the distance. And everybody was talking about, even before this shit, because I ain't never picked Mikey to win this fight. Everybody was talking about, hey man, shit. I'll put money. Niggas lost money last night for betting that Errol was going to stop Mikey Garcia. Niggas lost mad money last night. No, a small percent. Minus the Mikey fans, ones that pick Mikey to win. The ones that pick Spence to win, nigga, probably 5% of them really thought that Mikey was gonna go the distance. The rest of them, 95% of them knew Errol was going to knock out Mikey. I just knew he was gonna knock him out. But it didn't happen. Shamrock says Spence did a good job. He handled Mikey easily, but both guys never really picked up the pace. Both look just happy to go the distance. Unbiased says Thurman might clip him. Porter gives him a tough ass fight, and Bud beats him. Man, Porter might be stronger than Spence, man. And this is why y'all see that shit. I told y'all this nigga is going to downplay. He's going to downplay Crawford. He already said it in the interview. He said it again in the post-fight interview. Sean Porter can't sell out a family dinner. So you know what that means? I'm about my money now. I'm not worried about strap season. I'm not worried about unifying. I'm gonna go after the checks. I'm gonna go after the fights that's gonna make me the most money. This is what Errol is doing, y'all. This is what Errol is doing. He's going to cherry pick now. He's going to cherry pick the fights that is going to benefit him the most, not the ones that's going to give him the most credibility. Me personally, I don't give this nigga mad credit for beating Mikey. Nigga, this is Mikey, a little guy. I understand Mikey is ranked pound for pound because of what he's done at 135 and 140, not 147. Where I come from, nigga, you don't get props for beating the little nigga. You don't. You don't elevate your status by beating the best sixth grader when you're in the eighth grade. So no, sorry, I'm not one of them niggas out here just trying to be a fanboy. Nah, beat the baddest man in your own grade, nigga. 147. Beat a top welterweight, and I'll give you mad credit. But if I'm anybody in the welterweight division and the contract come from Errol Spence, we're gonna do VADA testing, nigga, and I'm coming right at you. I'm coming forward. I'm coming forward. Yeah, and I'm gonna work on my head movement. Mikey had no head movement. If Mikey had head movement, he could have gave Errol Spence hell. Hell. All he had to do was get beyond that first two jabs coming at him. Work your way and get on the inside. He could have broke Errol down the way Errol looked last night, in my opinion. Lawrence Williams said that game plan I say he should have done 2 months ago. What's up, Charles D? Oh, Mosquito in the building. Let me get in this wrench out. He says, yeah, when he was asked about Crawford, that confirmed everything. Spence on some whole shit. Mosquito says, Mike has a good chin. Man, right. So did Kell Brook. Right. So did a lot of the fighters that Errol fought. But he was able to stop him. But you can't stop the little guy, though. He has a good chin for at 135, 140. His first fight at 147, this nigga just got this granite chin, and now all of a sudden Errol punching soft as fuck. Yeah. Like I said, man. Like I stated before, VADA will get you straight. VADA will get you motherfucking straight, dog. Telling you, man. It's the timing of shit, bro. It's the timing. All of a sudden, you fight a little guy. VADA testis, it has to be pretty much enforced in this fight. And you looking like usually you look like what's on the left, and now you looking like what's on the right. And then you go the distance in the fight. What was Errol's knockout streak? Let me pull the shit up real quick. I got time, cuz. I got time. Let me pull it up. Go to Box Rec. Let's look at Errol's KO streak. That's what I want to look at. You understand? Y'all got to look at certain things, man. I don't think certain people really analyze details. So it's a new record, 25-0, 21 KOs. No man down last night. So let's look. Let's look. Let's look. Okay. So his last unanimous decision was on June 27th, 2014 against Ronald Cruz. Then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fight knockout streak. 11 fight knockout streak. All to be ended Once the little guy, Mikey Garcia, comes up, and then he boxes to a decision. Wow. So either Mikey got a fucking balls of steel, chin of granite, or something drastically changed. Something drastically changed. And I seen physical changes. I don't see that extra power that he usually has. Even in the later rounds, we all talk about how Spence gets stronger as the fight goes on. Where was that at? Where was that? He wasn't strong enough to get Mikey out of there. He always talk about, I got to look spectacular. So Errol purposely didn't want to knock out Mikey. Is that what we saying? Let me send this link out, man. Let me send this link out. But I'm just one opinion. So, at the end of the day, I got my own perspective, my own opinion. I truly think this was one of the biggest hype dudes in history, bro. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Errol's not talented. Niggas gonna take this like, oh, Black is a hater. Man, I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. I really don't. You already know I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna speak it from my own perspective and based on the fights that I have seen throughout the years, nigga, since I was a kid, watching heavyweights and welterweights and shit with my pops, nigga, living in Hawthorne and the hood. Like, nigga, I've been watching boxing, bro. And I have never, ever in life seen a nigga get as hyped as much as this nigga Errol Spence for doing really nothing compared to some of these greats I've watched, bro. One belt, 3 defenses, 1 weight class. Niggas want to put this nigga #1 pound for pound. It's unbelievable to me, man. It's unbelievable. Let me send this link. Because somebody might disagree with me, and I'm cool with that. You will not get blocked. None of that dumb shit. I'm okay with people's opinions and perspectives about this fight and about this particular fighter. You know what I'm saying? So, sent the link out just in case my brothers want to get in and give their own perspective. Because you know what? Hey, I'm a listener too. I'm an observer. I'm a listener. And I learn. I learn from people. I analyze. I score round by round. Spence dominated Mikey. He dominated Mikey. But there was no new strap. There was no man down. And the truth is, the nigga looked different. Way different. And the truth is, the only thing that I can come up with in my mind to make him look that different is a 4-letter word we call Vada, my nigga. That's why I always, like I said, I never accused a nigga being on anything, but I said I'm suspicious. And all of a sudden, after all this time, you get on Vada, your eyes sunken in your head, you looking malnourished, and you can't crack an egg, nigga. Yeah. But niggas don't want to deal with them facts. Niggas don't want to deal with that. Salmon Shaw, so what happened to Errol Spark and Mikey? I was waiting on it. I was like, come on, let's get this nigga Mikey out of here. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, shit on nobody who's a super diehard fan of Mikey. Me, I'm not no fanboy. Y'all know how I do. I was just like, nigga, get this nigga out of here. This nigga shouldn't even be in your city. He shouldn't be in your ring, your weight class. You was talking about how him and Robert Garcia was talking mad shit, had that same energy. The nigga walked to you pretty much the whole fight. He was right in front of you, no head movement, and you didn't spark shit. That shit was depressing. I'm sitting there like, let me go hit up somebody, man. I need to start smoking again or something. Spark a blunt up. This shit is whack. This shit is whack. Sorry, the shit was whack to me. You talking all of that shit, yeah, had that same energy. Where was your energy at, Errol? Where was your power at, Errol? 11 fight knockout streak, gone. Why? Because Mikey? Mikey chin is that great. Mikey abs was that strong. You couldn't hurt him. You folded Carlos Ocampo in 1 round to the body. You know what I mean? He hit Mikey several times to the body. But something wrong with me for me bringing this shit up. Shout out to Akuma Deception. Thanks for coming back, man. Let me hand you this wrench, dog. Let me see. Before I get to that comment. I missed quite a few comments. Shan Ross says, then Pacquiao gets in the ring, LOL, and people want to keep believing this crap. Who we got?
What's up, Black? What's up, man?
What's your name, gangster?
What's up, man? What's happening?
Man, let everybody know who you is, man, for the ones.
This is Jalik the Lead. I was about to go live. I was like, oh, shit, let me pause it. I didn't know. I didn't see the thing till late. But okay. I'm just Jalik the Leader, man. What's happening, everybody out there? Shout out to all the people that support Mikey and still came on here, because sometimes I know when your favorite fighter lose, you'd be depressed a little bit. And shout out to Earl. He showed some different dimensions, but first of all, even before like this fight, I knew his power wasn't like a Wilder or Kovalev type power. I seen him more as a TKO. Now his power definitely ain't there. So now, to be honest with you, Black, this is gone. His level of invincibility went down. He looks more human now. So now he gonna get more fights. I think he'd be the big money guy in boxing, to be honest with you. But before the fight and after the fight, I still think Bud will probably TKO him, because I don't like the way he be looking when he be moving backwards. But he shows some different dimensions to his game. I got him beating everybody at welterweight except Bud. I definitely don't think he's gonna beat Bud. But yeah, his power definitely ain't the same.
You said he beats everybody else at welterweight?
Except Bud. Yeah, he'll beat Porter. It'd be a good fight. I always wanted to see the fight before.
So how do I want to hear your thoughts more on that, because everybody, like I said, if you didn't hear me before you came on, Errol has been on an 11-fight knockout streak.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it ends last night against Mikey, who just came up in weight. So usually when you ask people who you think is gonna win between Spence and Thurman, they say, oh, Thurman gonna get knocked out. When you ask them who you think is gonna win between Spence and Porter, oh man, Porter gonna get knocked out. Oh, Crawford too little, he'll get knocked out. What about now?
That's what I'm saying, though.
What about now?
That's true.
What happened to all of this this guy being so big, so ferocious? He got too much power. He's such a body snatcher. What was he snatching last night?
That's that internet talk. Doing this and knocking out everybody. I've been watching boxing for a while because I already see that. I mean, and then also, and I don't want to like bash the guy, because I mean he's still learning. But as far as like just boxing, I noticed in the 12th round his stamina wasn't really there. That was his first time going 12. He couldn't finish Mikey. And Mikey, shout out to Mikey, his toughness is, I was like, dang, I didn't know his chin was gonna hold up like that. To be honest with you, I predicted 8 rounds, and I thought in the 9th round he was gonna get him out of there. But his stamina wasn't the same too, because he usually finish you, or maybe because he hasn't fought. I don't know, but he definitely his power definitely ain't there with that Vada.
Man.
So I don't know what he's doing. I'm not accusing the guy. But his power definitely ain't there, because it's like dude started off at 126, either that or dude got an amazing chin. Amazing chin.
Right.
I was like, he didn't even drop him.
Not once, bro. I'm just in this last fight, bro.
Yeah, he didn't even drop him at all. I was like, wow.
He dropped Carlos Ocampo in 1 round. The nigga had 1 round in 14 months leading into this fight. You didn't even drop Mikey once, man. You the body snatcher. Mr. Man Down. Mr. Ferocious. How in the hell does Mikey stay on his feet the whole 12, man? I didn't even see Mikey get rocked. Did you see Mikey get rocked?
Nah. he took them punches. Like he made Homeboy look like he had an amazing chin, even though that beatdown wasn't good for Mikey. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy to see how with him being the A side now, is he gonna require that VADA testing gets happening because what's going to happen now, the more the more you become popular, more people going to be exposing things. That's just normal, right? So what's going to happen is, does the people that he have the leverage to ask for VADA? Well, I know at least with Sean Porter, he has to sign up for the program, but that's different than this doing paying out of extra money out of your pocket to do VADA. You know what I mean? So somebody like Keith Thurman or Ugas or somebody, I don't know if they have the leverage to do it. Like Pacquiao, Pacquiao, will Pacquiao ask for it, or you get what I'm saying? Because when Pacquiao, man, I don't know about that one. That's kind of.
I'm glad you brought that
Yeah.
up, bro. It's interesting.
Did you see when Pacquiao didn't have VADA against Lucas Matisse? He stopped him.
He
That was
stopped
last
him.
year.
Stopped him. Right. And then, but once the suspicions came out with Manny, he went on a super streak of no KOs. Remember? To where it was just
That's
like,
why
I
they
think it
should.
was this strenuous testing, and he had to just be careful. Like, man, they didn't talk. They out here talking about me and this possible PED usage, even though he ain't never been busted for it. But when the suspicions come up, and then you're not looking the same, you're not punching the same no more. You don't have that same ferociousness when you knocking out middleweights, nigga.
Stretching them,
stretching them, right? It's just wow. Like this little nigga right here.
I know that's VADA. That's why VADA is so amazing for the sport. Because if you really think about it, you're not hitting a baseball, you're actually hitting somebody. So that's almost, if a person is cheating, that's very criminal. That's very criminal. That's like, because it's already dangerous, but to add on to it and you become this superhuman. So maybe the people that's actually doing certain things, maybe they just feel like, you know what, everybody else is doing it. If I don't do it, then and plus you mix it with the money and different things and the desire to be famous, and people start getting a Lance Armstrong on. But I'm glad he took VADA though, and I hope he continues to take it because that'll be good for his career. You know what I mean?
For Errol's career,
yeah, because you don't have to knock everybody out. You know what I'm saying? You can go a distance. And you can break fighters down. He has enough power to stop people. I like the way he actually breaks guys down, though. That's an actual skill within itself. I think that's actually better than having that one punch knockout, because what happens when you can't knock a person out with that one punch, then you go into your shell and then you usually lose. But if you can break people down and have the TKO power, I think that's better. I think that's better to do. It's kind of like how Bud is. He got the TKO power. But I definitely
but actually TKOs people. He systematically breaks them down, and then he gets you out of there.
I picked Bud to stop Mikey. Like, yeah, I like Mikey. I just never was sold on him like that. And I'm not trying to shit on him or nothing, because I know he fought the bigger guy. But
right.
He just and one thing I too about Errol Spence, that he was doing that against a stationary target.
Yes.
So now, if you fighting a guy that's moving around and bouncing around, that's totally different. That's gonna really show your boxing abilities. So like, you fought like a Jaron Ennis, or even a Sean Porter. Sean Porter move a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's like unorthodox, but with Bud, he moving
Sean
around.
moves too. Sean is very athletic. Keith is very athletic. Crawford. There. I'm like, to me, bro, that point was what I. It's like you mentioned it. A stationary target like Mikey. Mikey was there to be hit all night, and he was able to touch him. If Bud touching you, he's stopping you, my nigga. If he can touch you that much, if Keith can touch you that much, I feel like he can get you up out of there. Or, you know what I'm saying, he gonna at least drop you or hurt you bad. I mean, that shit right there, man. This man just did he was a whole different person in that ring. Now, I will give credit. I mean, but I'm looking at the opponent he had in front of him. Mikey's not super fast. You feel me? Mikey didn't have no head movement. If he had head movement, he would have gave Errol some hell. He would have been able to weave them jabs and punches coming in, and would maybe been able to get to Errol's body and land some shots, more shots. But he had no head movement. He was very stationary. But somebody like a Keith Thurman or Crawford, guys that's gonna move, guys you're not gonna just be able to hit easy like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Spence gonna have problems, bro. Problems.
Thurman maybe right. He waiting the fight out. If Thurman was his old stuff and he moving around like that and his power was legit, because Thurman power was overrated kind of too. So I picked Spence based on stamina and confidence because he feel like he can beat Thurman. I just think Thurman is a little bit apprehensive of fighting him. But that actually would be a good fight now. See
That's
now
a
how all
great
these
fight.
fights look different now
That's a
because
great
he
fight,
look
nigga.
human. He look human now. When you go to distance that first time, like so many similarities to Triple G. Even though Triple G stopped Kell Brook, but people seen like, whoa, Kell Brook was touching him. And right after that fight, Danny Jacobs fought him and he went the distance. Now everybody want to fight him. It's no longer this case. Nobody want to fight you no more. But the difference between Earl is he's starting to be like the cash cow of the division. So now everybody gonna be calling him out because they know beating him will increase their popularity, and at the same time, you get being big fights on pay-per-view. So,
but like you said, is Spence going to be using Vada for his fights going forward? And like you said, with him being the quote unquote cash cow pay-per-view guy now, is that are they going to have enough leverage? The opponent's going to have enough leverage to be able to say, okay, yeah, let's add Vada in and fight. And I can actually see the narrative now. Niggas saying shit like, these niggas ducking Errol. And then certain fighters will come out and say, yeah, I mean, I wanted to fight, but I want to use Vada testing. Errol don't want to use it. You feel me? And he gonna say, well, I'm the A side. I get to choose the testing. I get to choose the venue. I get to choose woo, 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 woo. And I can see how that narrative can be used and how this is a strategic move facing Mikey, getting the W to where now going forward, you don't have to fucking be subject to damn Vada random blood and urine testing. You feel me? Because the truth be told, the nigga's been ducking Vada, family. He been ducking Vada. And he didn't look good on this fucking Vada testing for this fight. Just telling you. I asked the question in the chat. I said, do y'all think Vada changed Spence? So I want to hear what they got to say on that, bro.
Yeah,
Because
a lot of people saying
this is real.
they don't think he can TKO nobody. I said he can TKO people, but they're like, how you going to TKO people? You can't even stop Mikey, a smaller guy.
I mean,
He can win
he's
decisions. I mean, hey, he can win decisions.
I
He
mean,
don't
he can
gotta
win
knock
decisions,
everybody
but
out.
against who? Of course, somebody who's just there to be hit, you can win decisions against.
I see the two people that had the best chance, and I still got to see more from Ennis. I see Ennis and Bud. Yeah, but I don't see. I don't know the other people on top rank like the Eastern European guys.
I forgot about that Enos situation, man. I hope Enos really
turns out right. Because I know they looking at. Trust me, fighters see certain things. They like, okay, now I see how he fight. His power ain't like that, and I'm faster than him, and I'm not stationary, and I'm moving all around. But I do give Spence credit. I like his boxing game is nice though.
Yeah,
that Southpaw saying
nice
his boxing game nice though.
He nice with it, but at the end of the day, like I said, I gotta look at what he had in front of him, because if I take Mikey out of the equation and I put Keith there, I put Bud there, if I put Sean there, or another top welterweight, is it the same type of fight? Is it the same type of fight? And then if Vada's in the equation, if power is not a factor for Spence,
it's gonna be like
a bigger guy who's a natural welterweight who might walk around 165, 170.
That's true.
Like, yo, nigga, I'm about to walk to these little pity pat ass jabs, nigga. I'm about to get this nigga that fire.
Yeah, that's why I always that's why I wanted to see the Ugas fight. I think he'd beat Ugas and he might stop him, but we don't know, man, because Ugas is fucking strong too. Ugas looked strong last week when he beat Sean Porter. I was like, that would that would be a good fight because he's a pressure fighter, but he's a counter puncher. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not gonna just stay there and he moved back a little bit. That's the fight right there, though. And then, man, that's the fight right there. Yeah, I was him and Ugas to be the. I've been saying I put that on Ugas' thing. I was like, Ugas, you should go to the fight. You know what I'm saying? And
so let's say, for instance, man, first off, who you think he'll face next? I know that Pacquiao jumped in the ring. he went in the ring or whatever, and that's a possibility because we know Spence is looking for the big paydays. So
Right.
if he faces Pacquiao, who do you favor in that fight?
I favor Spence. I favor Spence though because he's younger and but I know that's going to be the next fight. I mean, it's a business. They already said it, and I was like, okay, that's why he wanted him in the ring. It almost looked like it was staged, but it looked super staged. It's like, come here, I want Manny.
Yeah.
I want Manny, and I get it though, because it is a business though. He's going to use Manny Pacquiao because let me think, they done about 47,000 in attendance. I think with Manny Pacquiao last run, they might can do 50,000 or break Canelo's record for the attendance there. But yeah, he's gonna fight Manny next. I don't want to see it, but I know the business.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna beat Manny. And I'm curious to see. I think it's gonna be. I think it's to the point where he's gonna have to do Vada because the questioning is too much, and it's actually good for his career though.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna force him to
That's
be
actually good
smarter.
for him. Yeah, that's smart for him because you don't want to be not doing Vada and then somebody else coming on, and they got these superhuman powers, more power
Yeah,
than
that's true.
Kovaland.
It might backfire
I
on his
mean, more
ass.
power than Wilder. You like, come on, man. I thought Wilder was the highest. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And you not asking for it. That's kind of what happened to Manny Pacquiao with Juan Manuel Marquez. He
Marquez,
was never asking for it, and then
all them
boom,
acne bumps on his back, and he got
exactly.
stretched.
He looking super
Stretched that nigga.
exactly. So yeah, man.
Man,
Hey
real
Earl,
shit,
if you
man.
listening, man, you should definitely do Vada. It's good for you. It's actually good for your image as far as your boxing as far as your boxing thing. You don't want to, that's actually good for you. You want to do that. Like Vada is a good thing. It's not a bad thing, unless unless a person like smoke weed and then they report the weed. But I don't see how weed is like a performance enhancing. So I don't know all the details of the Vada, but he should definitely do Vada.
Champ Ross says the two PBC pay-per-views so far have been very questionable.
Mm.
Cock Broner, Spence Garcia, overall cards have been underwhelming. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like where this is going as a whole for boxing fans. Man, you already know I was hitting y'all in the hangouts. I paid my $75
Mm.
for the pay-per-view. Like I wish I didn't. I wish I would have waited because the link, somebody dropped that link. I was like, God damn. But at the end of the day, I paid the cost to fucking make my criticisms of the fucking event because I actually paid my money. So I agree with Champ. It was very underwhelming. It was a bunch of one-sided fights. Charles Martin does not need to be on pay-per-view. Chris Areola does not need to be on pay-per-view. Jay Leon Love does not deserve to be on pay-per-view.
How the fuck, how they add a fight to it? They trying to stretch the fight out? Or those dudes was like the cousin of one of the promoters. They put a 6-round fight. That wasn't supposed to be part of the fight.
Man,
Maybe it ended too early. I was like, yo, what's going on with this one? We was watching basketball, man. I was purposely trying to miss
you
all
said
the
they
fights.
added another fight
Yeah, you
after
see
that?
that 6-round fight? That wasn't supposed to be on there. That
After the
6-round.
main event?
No, it was during it. Remember the
Oh,
dude Neary? It was supposed to be Neary. And after he TK'd the dude, whatever, in the second round, they added a 6-round fight. And then I think David Benavidez. Or
man.
maybe right
Oh
before.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Somebody just mentioned it. I was like, yo, what's up with this? I turned it off. I felt so disgusted. Like, I was like,
it was
yo.
trash, bro. It was trash, man. It
I
was
was
not
like,
75.
yo.
It was not worth my $75. I don't care what nobody say, bro. That was shit was. I understand if niggas want to be fanboys of Mikey or Spence. I'm just talking about the overall event itself,
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
People came to the Dallas. People drove miles and miles
Yeah,
away, man. Trav
Six
drove six
hours.
hours
Yeah.
to the fucking event. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, man, like if I'm gonna spend my money, if I'm gonna show up to an event, I want to actually be entertained all the way through. I want to
That's
get
true.
my money's worth, man. PBC, y'all are not doing a good job at
They could have
all
had all
with
them
these
fighters.
pay-per-views,
Yeah.
dog.
They could have had
All of
they
them
could have
damn
had
fighters they
somebody on
got.
there.
All them damn fighters they got. They brag about, oh, Heyman got the most fighters, this, that, and the third. Well, damn, nigga, put some of these good fighters on the same card.
Yeah.
Championship level fights.
And I
You
know it's
know?
like a money thing, but they could have had, yeah. Because I like David Benavidez, though. I ain't gonna lie. I like the way he be fighting.
Yeah,
I
but
think they
Jillian
can.
Love, come on. The
Yeah, I knew
fuck,
that part.
boy?
You can see that he didn't really, it's more like just a paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mosquito says that Black Horseman, your argument makes sense, brother. There's no excuse. Considering his last fights, he should have gotten a smaller Mikey moving up out of there. I don't. Hey, no question about it, dog. No question about it. It wasn't like I can see if Mikey just had this elite defense. If he was moving like a Floyd or something, right? And he just really couldn't hit
I
Mikey.
know.
But he was hitting Mikey. Mikey was there to be hit, flat-footed, height advantage, reach advantage, speed advantage. Errol was
Yeah.
at every category. Errol was better. And then you was on an 11 fight knockout streak, and it just stops. You wasn't fighting Bud. You wasn't fighting Keith, somebody who's moving around the ring. This nigga was right there to be hit. Yeah, man. Look, Vada get you straight. Vada will get you motherfucking straight. That's my opinion on it. I don't care what no niggas say on this YouTube shit. Vada will get you straight. I see physical changes from that Vada. I see that this nigga ain't really cracking like that. You feel me? The little guy was able to walk him down,
I yeah.
and I feel like Derrick James knew Errol was not going to be the same fighter with this Vada shit. So he said, you know what? We got to come up with a different game plan. We got to box. We got to box because that power not going to be there. Power ain't going to be there like that. That power was not there like that, man. So, like I say, either Mikey got one of the greatest chins in the world.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Or Vada.
He never got buckled. I seen his body shots start to turn down, but his head shots, I was like, and we was watching the fight. It was like, do they got a silent agreement to go the distance to have compassion on Mikey so he won't? I was thinking all types of stuff. I was like, wow, this is different. His power definitely ain't the same, but his boxing game, he won like every round though.
Right.
And kind of psychologically, that's why I don't know Mikey would be the same, because he might be thinking, because before the fight, he probably feel like I'm this great boxer, but then he lost like every round. That's why those losses are sometimes worse than just getting knocked out. You can use them to get knocked out.
So overrated as a boxer.
Say that again.
So kind of low key overrated, like as far as his boxing ability.
Who, Mikey?
Yeah.
I don't know. So overrated. It's just that when somebody outbox you like that, psychologically, it's hard to come up with an excuse for that one. If you get knocked out, you can just say I got caught. You know what I mean? It's the ego of a fighter is very very fragile. Anything can throw it off. You know what I mean? You can be getting in arguments in camp. Anything can mess your perspective up as a fighter and change your confidence. That's just why him going the distance, other fighters is looking at that like, now, okay, his power isn't as there. He's popular. Now let me go ahead and fight him now. You know what I mean? So everybody gonna be calling Earl out. Everybody, watch.
But you know what? Errol not gonna be. He gonna be ducking them niggas, bro. He ain't gonna take it. He feel like he the man now. He feel he's top pound for pound. He's gonna be. He feel like he's an A side. So niggas gonna have to be on his terms. You know what I'm saying? As far as the testing, as far as the venue, as far as the pay, all of that. Because he like, you know, I got the numbers. Woo, woo, woo. So watch, man. We seen this right here before our eyes, man. Real ones like myself, I'm gonna speak on the shit and let it be known before this shit actually happened, because I'm seeing the shit, bro. The nigga is not he's not free smoke, y'all. Fuck that. That shit is whack. That shit is not real. Errol's not free smoke. He is not man down. You know, he might be man down with USADA, but not with Vada. You know what I mean? And when it comes to strap season, the nigga not trying to unify, bro. He not trying to unify. This nigga could have said, yo, Sean, where you at? Come in the ring. You know what he said?
Right.
Manny Pacquiao. Manny, come in the ring. Manny.
Yeah, he wanted that nigga. Fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they doing. And they was doing their best. I looked at some of the post fights. People asked them about Bud too, but it's obvious that's not the where they going. And I get it. You know what I mean?
This nigga going backwards, dog. This nigga went from Mikey. He went from Ocampo to Mikey. Now he's trying to go to Pacquiao, man.
Yeah, for the business perspective, and they creating the A side narrative. But they did ask him about that. He's like, I don't really want to talk about that side stuff. But I mean, I give him props though. I mean, he done what he had to do. He didn't. To me, he didn't lose no rounds, which was great. And it gives him that confidence that he can go the distance.
I made an argument for the second round. I think Mikey did decent in the second, but after that, it was just like, yeah, it was wipeout.
Yeah, but against Ugas and the way Ugas fight, that would be. I would like to see that fight, but they not
Ugas
going.
wouldn't even back up. And Ugas is he's very he slips a lot of that shit
He
in
do,
close.
and he go to the body, and
Yep.
he's strong. He actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, he might be stronger than Spence.
Yeah, he
'Cause he
taller
was
than him.
bullying Porter. I
Yeah,
was
he
like,
taller
he
than
might be
him.
stronger.
Strong. You know what I mean? Like I say, I felt he beat Porter. I felt he beat Porter. You
Yeah, he could
know,
dominate that fight.
and of course Porter works for PBC, so of course they gave him a gift. They gave him a
Yeah,
gift,
yeah.
and so he's a company guy. You know, little Sean the Leprechaun Porter and shit. You
Porter,
know
who he gonna fight Thurman next?
who?
Porter.
I don't know
I
who Porter.
say,
I
I
feel
say,
like man, I feel like the best fight to make right now is Spence versus Porter. Like that's
yep.
they just fought a week apart.
I know, right? But
That don't
they want to do
it's
the money thing. They want to do the money thing. I get it because it is a business. So,
same side of the street. You know what I mean? You jumped in on the ring on Sean Porter. Well, right at that time, it wasn't about the money. Now the nigga can't sell out a dinner, family dinner. See what I'm saying? You see how the
yeah,
contradictions with this nigga Spence? I pay attention to shit like this. Like,
yeah, me
yo,
too.
you
Yeah,
wanna was you drunk, nigga? Like you jumped in the ring after Sean won that WBC strap versus Danny. You like, I'm the boogeyman, strap season man down, woo, 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 talking all this shit like you really want to get in there with him. And then now you think you big time. You think you Floyd Mayweather because you beat Mikey. Sean can't even sell out a family dinner. What? What happened to that same energy you had when that nigga won the belt the first time? Now this nigga ain't big enough for you.
he did say if it's not Manny Pacquiao, he definitely want Porter next. So I say he gonna fight Manny Pacquiao and Porter gonna fight Thurman if they can force Thurman, because Thurman probably don't want that fight. Yeah, but I say Porter versus Thurman, winner fight Manny Pacquiao and Earl, and that'll be for all three belts. And then there's no excuse. Um, February next year, January next year, all for the
But this
marbles
what you said. This
against
what you
Bud.
said. He put Pacquiao before Sean.
Yeah, that's
This
a
is what I'm
solid.
saying,
Yeah,
bro. It was all Sean. It was for all this time. This nigga been talking about. He told Terrence Crawford to his face, nigga, why wouldn't I take the easy road? He was talking about Sean Porter. So now
mhm.
you not even looking at the Sean Porter fight. You looking at Manny Pacquiao. So you're gonna further delay a mega fight with Crawford. You know why? Because he don't want it, dog. He don't want it.
And I'm gonna
Oh,
be honest with you. No matter what people say, no, I was going back and forth with people I was watching a fight with. They was like Manny Pacquiao versus Earl would sell more than anybody. I said I don't know about that because Earl versus Bud, that might do more pay-per-views because a lot of people wasn't giving credit to Bud as far as his popularity. But that fight right there against undefeated fighters, this would be
yeah.
more like a show and be like his last fight.
Why do you want to see Spence versus an old ass
I
Manny, bro?
know, but Bud
Come on.
versus Spence, that would definitely break Canelo's record. I see him doing 60,000 because I'm going to the fight. I see it doing 60,000 in Cowboy Stadium, 60 or 55. No, easy. Nebraska's not too far from there, especially if they have work co-promotion with ESPN. Man, that fight gonna do like 60,000 and over million pay-per-views. That'll be the second. I think that's his, second biggest fight in boxing as far as like sales, and besides Wilder and Joshua. I know that fight will do better. I know that fight will do better than last night and against Pacquiao.
Man, it's crazy, man. Trav says that extra fight was okay, better than sitting for an hour plus with nothing like Canelo Triple G2.
Mm,
He says being there live, it wasn't bad because they were all stoppages. It went by fast. You know, I just don't like the fact that, bro, like it was no competitive fights, man. Like it was all one-sided fights lined up. To me, I'd rather watch that on Showbox, something like
right.
that. You know what I mean? I got like when Floyd fought Canelo, we had Danny versus Lucas Matisse on the undercard and many other competitive fights. You know what I mean? Fights that really could have been main events themselves, but they put those type of fights on that card. You know what I mean? To
Mhm.
make it a more stacked card, make it a more attractive product.
Right.
Samuel Shaw says that black, I agree with you. Votto will get you straight. Yeah, straight. Samuel says, I think Mikey and Robert had the wrong game plan. They were expecting to come forward, bully Spence, and Errol hit him with the foot movement and boxing skills. I agree. They had the wrong game plan. They were expecting Errol to come in there using his size advantage. So like I said, I give credit to Derek James on the game plan that he came up with Spence, because that was the proper game plan, which was to box. Only thing I said was, once you're dominating, right? Like this, we see Bud do this all the time. You know what I mean? Like, he boxing, he's touching you, he's reading you in the first early rounds, fifth, sixth. He's made his adjustments, and he's laying some thunder on you, and he getting you up out of there. After he can outbox you, the fight is over. Yeah, he had already had Mikey beat by what, the fourth, fifth round?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
you know what I mean. It should have been TKO, knockout. You know what I mean? It should have been man down status. Like, the fight was already won. And I'm just like, damn, this nigga ain't cracking shit. He can't buckle. He can't buckle Mikey.
I know. I was like, boom. Mikey
hitting
landed
him
a couple body shots. Mikey landed a few body shots, and one thing about when homeboy fight going backwards is, like, I don't know if he closes his eyes when he goes backwards, or he just look troubled, even though he's may not be hurt. You notice that about Earl? Is like, he's like, oh man, it's like almost he one big shot away from getting dropped or knocked out. I don't know. It's just
Errol.
Yeah, the way he be fighting.
I was thinking about
man, I'll be like, yo.
Shout out to my nigga Unbiased, because he brought that to my attention before, about the shit that how Errol responds when he gets hit with certain shots.
Exactly.
I noticed that, like, Mikey was able to land a few shots, and he would just drop his head, like,
it just doesn't. It's just not.
It don't look right, like, bro.
It doesn't look right. Yeah, I'm like, man, he got to work on that, Earl. You got to work on that, baby. Because people gonna start taking people looking at everything now. You gave him more to look at now, and then people gonna be automatically more confident, and they not gonna be intimidated by your power. You get what I'm saying? So they gonna be stepping right in, and they gonna be bigger than Mikey. So it's gonna be different when you fight them. Even guys like Regis Prograis, they gonna be like, man, all right, this dude can hit you. All right, we gonna get it in. I don't know if he's gonna. It just look uncomfortable when he goes backwards, and I don't know, like he one big shot away from getting like knocked out cold.
You might see it, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm just, like I say, my own personal opinion. This is one of the biggest hype jobs I've ever seen, bro.
So you saying he a hype job?
Errol?
Yeah.
Yeah, the way that the level that they elevate this guy. Now, I get it. They've done everything that they need to do to try to make him this pay-per-view attraction.
Right.
But yeah, to me, he's hype, bro. He's hype. Like, this nigga is getting high praise for a little accomplishment, man. That's my opinion. This is just what I see. This is what I see, man. And this nigga does not live up to what he say he is, man. If you strap season, you don't duck no unifications, bro. Keep pursuing the unification bout. But he went from strap season to, not. It depends on how much money you bring to the table.
Right.
Vada gets put in the equation, no man down. You feel me? I mean, this guy is trying to be considered top pound for pound. He's only fought in one weight class, one belt, and he just defended his belt 3 times. And in his last defense, he defended against a lightweight coming up.
Yeah,
but this is supposed to be the top pound for pound guy right here. Nah. Sorry, I don't see it, bro. And that performance was good, because considering who he had in front of him, but it's a different fight if you put any of those top welterweights in front of him, in my opinion. Put Vada testing, get in front of that nigga, and that little pity pat shit he was doing in there, bro. Nah, bro. Bud watch that nigga. He better stay away from Bud if he's smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I picked it before this fight. I picked him like an 11th round TKO, but now I can see him winning some rounds though, because Bud he have to figure out for like a couple rounds. So I see he might get him out of there in about 8 or 9.
But to me, Bud a better southpaw than that nigga.
And then
He
he gonna
is.
switch too. So who he gonna get for his sparring partners? He keeps switching.
It ain't
Come
nothing he can
on,
do. He ain't
I
gonna be able to do
know
nothing
that's
with
what I'm
Bud,
saying.
bro.
I don't that, and fighters know. That's what I'm saying. Like when fighters be dissing other fighters and try to act like they not popular, they know who the real deal is. That's why it's like that's like they basically saying Bud is the best. They know like. They know like but one thing about him, he don't talk bad about Bud too much, you know what I mean? He support him. So and I think they got us I think they're gonna have to fight. I think it's almost gonna have to fight, you know what I mean? So
Man,
I'm looking forward to it, man. But I think he is black. I think he is gonna be the new cash cow though, to be honest with you. That's
man.
the way it's looking.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. If that's what it end up being. But all I can tell you is, when it comes to look, I'm gonna just say this, man. Um, because I just think that this is one of the biggest things that stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just this whole fight,
Yeah, he didn't
was Vada. I
power
mean, I
him.
know I'm talking about it a lot, but look, I highly doubt this nigga will use Vada in his next fight, and I think that's another reason why he don't want to fight Sean, because Sean is a WBC champion. This is why he don't want to fight him next, because Sean is a WBC champion who is enrolled in the VADA clean boxing program. Not just using VADA for one fight. This
Right.
nigga's in the clean boxing program, which means you have to be tested randomly all year round. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And Errol is not in that. You could do VADA testing for one fight. Somebody pays for it. Boom. They test you. They show up and test you for that fight. After the fight is over, you back to normal. You do what you do. Unless you enroll in the clean boxing program. All I'm saying is, based on what's on the screen, y'all, if we see this nigga don't use Vada in this next fight and he go back to looking like what's on the left, you know what it is. To me, that's a giveaway for me.
Earl, if
If
you're listening, please take Vada on every fight for the rest of your career. You can change the game if you're the cash cow and do it 24/7 because it just protects your image. Because
right,
a
and
lot of these
I
people,
would get off this nigga.
yeah, please start taking Vada because what's going to happen is you see what's the female Mia, I forgot her name. She talked about how most of all her fights she use on PDs. You're gonna have a snitch. Somebody's gonna start snitching, and it might be this year because we still early in the year. Somebody's gonna get caught 5 years down the line, 10. Somebody gonna come out. It's gonna be a report, and all the people that was doing PEDs. So why not protect yourself now and for your legacy? I know people care about money, but it's good for your legacy to come in there with Vada. It's only good for you.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said before, man, this is already a brutal sport, and
Exactly.
you know, like you said, it could be where you might deny fodder, and somebody might come in there juice to the gills, like
Yeah.
Marquez did to Manny,
Exactly. You
you
gotta.
know, and you might get your ass stretched.
Exactly.
Then you won't be talking about PEDs after that. Like, man, I don't know, this nigga need to be tested. He might have been on something.
Exactly.
Nah, nigga, just do it the right way. You a good boxer. You just keep working on your boxing ability, because that's the thing about it. Like, real boxing fans don't have to see a guy knock out somebody every fight.
Mm-mm.
You
Yeah,
know what I
no.
mean? So that's not what I'm saying. Like, Errol got to go in there and knock out every opponent. But when you are normally seeing that this nigga relies on power every fight, and he's hitting guys with certain shots, and they normally just go down, fold, like, nigga, like he just got this
Oh,
superhuman strength, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
now also too, how do you see him? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Before this fight, I had him stopping Laura and Harrison. How do you see him at 154?
Who?
Earl
Who? Nigga, get out of here with that shit.
at
Get out of here with
154, it'd
that.
be tougher.
Be for real, man. Be for real. With no power, nigga, we shit. Hurt or walk this nigga down and get him out of
Yeah,
there.
I want to
Easy.
fight her. He definitely ain't gonna fight her, but he'll fight. I say Tony Harrison or I still think he can beat his activity will beat because he threw over 1,000 punches though. I was like, wow, he threw
Who?
over 1,000 punches. I think last night. Earl.
Girl?
Yeah, he threw over like 1,000. I still think he'd beat Laura, especially
Nah,
right now. Him and Tony Harrison would actually be better. Now I look at that fight different now.
hell nah. Sorry, I can't
You don't
agree
think
with
he'd
you on
beat
that, bro.
Harrison?
Spence?
Yeah, nah, he'll be
I
here.
don't. I'm not seeing. I don't see this nigga beating no champion at 154. Maybe Jaime Munguia.
I don't know
Maybe
about that.
Munguia coming forward trying to look for the
I don't know
KO or
about
some
you.
shit.
You think he beat Munguia? I don't know
I
about
don't
that.
know. I'm just saying
Yeah,
maybe. I
that'd be
don't give
good.
him.
Yeah,
I give him a slim chance versus Harrison versus Laura, and definitely not her, nigga.
I always wanted to see him against J Rock. You know what I mean? That's
That's
why
a
I
tough
say
fight too.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's in a position where to be the cash cow, you got to have opponents. He got the opponents, and when he move up to 154, eventually 160, he got the opponents. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's in a great position. I think he gonna be the cash cow because Canelo don't do pay-per-view and Homeboys pay-per-views is $20 overseas. It's different. AJ. So him and Wilder, and we'll see what Wilder gonna do in 2 days. But yeah, he gonna be the cash cow. I mean, that's how they doing it. I mean, from a business perspective, you got to give him credit. You get what I mean? But as a fan, I'm like, man, I never wanted to see this fight. I want to see him fight Ugas, and I'd rather him fight Ugas over Porter. And be honest with you, I'd rather him fight Ugas over Porter and Manny Pacquiao if he can't fight Bud next. But you know how the game works.
You know, he don't want no part of Ugas. He don't want no part of Ugas. When Ugas was calling him out, he didn't even nigga respond to this shit, bro. He did not want no smoke. Trav says, please enroll Arrow. That's classic, dog. Seven Shaw says these boxers know who are doing PEDs. If we can see the changes, they definitely can see it. Yeah, yeah. But you know what, man? I can almost guarantee you within this probably this week, somebody who's probably like a known person in boxing, just depends on their relationship situation with the network or whatever the case. Somebody's gonna come out and speak on Arrow about this PED shit or about the suspicions with this VADA and everything else and the changes. I wouldn't be shocked if Victor Conti addresses this shit. Some of this shit, bro.
Everything.
Like
The higher you go up, much is given, much is expected. The more popular you become, the more eyeballs is on you, and the more people with different perspective on you, and the more certain information comes out, and more people. That's just a natural thing. That's just like the way the world works. So that's why I said for his own PR sake and his own legacy, he should just start doing VADA all the time, and then that's it, and just let it roll out. You know what I mean? So that'd be good for him. That's why I said VADA is actually good for him. Just do VADA, and that way he don't have no problem with the WBC and getting the straps. It's actually for his legacy. It's a good thing. That's why I said, Earl, make sure you want your legacy. Do that VADA, man.
yeah, you don't want to have that dark cloud hovering over you, man, with PEDs and infused.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You just want to
And that's
keep that.
inside the ring. Imagine all the stuff outside the ring that he gonna have to deal with now. The more popular he becomes, more temptations, groupies. So he gonna have to deal. It's not as easy as it appears, man. Because now people are, oh, that's Earl. That's the one that fought on here. All right, boom. People coming around you. He looks like he got a nice circle around him. He doesn't. That's why I like. It look like he got a real good circle. He don't got a lot of yes men around him. But those temptations, you know, coming through, like that's kind of tough. He has to be able to deal with all that. It's more to it than that. And like you said, TMZ Sports. How the fuck you ever notice how TMZ Sports always in the right spot?
Yeah,
I'm
like
like,
they be calling these
is it
niggas.
fake? Yeah, or is somebody watching them, or they call them themselves and then do the interview? I'm like, come on, man, they
Yeah, that
always
should
in
be
the
set
right
up,
spot.
man. Like Floyd, like when Floyd went to the Gucci store after that
Yeah,
shit.
it's like, I'm like, I'm like, how they exactly in the right spot like
Got
that?
their damn calendar schedule. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. So, but him and Pacquiao is that's the from a business perspective. If I was his manager and I wasn't a fan or nothing, I would say fight Pacquiao because you're gonna get the most money right now, and it'd be a nice event to make your profile even bigger. Um, and then it'd be an easier fight than a Ugas. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would do that if I was his manager. But
Wow.
as a fan, I don't want to see too much.
You suggest him just do what he said, what he told Bud, take the easy road.
As his manager, yeah, you want you because this thing, if you as manager, the more money he make, the more money you make, and the more he's on a winning streak. Yeah, that's how managers think. But I'm saying it as his manager, but as a fan, no, I don't. We've been saying talk about that. I never wanted to see the Mikey fight. I want to see Mikey
Right,
and Loma for undisputed at 135. That's a
right.
huge event. I never wanted to see this fight. I knew his chances was like, you know what I mean. I knew he wasn't going there, but I
I
mean, I just
mean, but hey, it wasn't like I don't think Mikey really just took devastating damage. I mean, it wasn't like the Kell Brooks situation. Kell went up and got his
yeah,
damn
that's true.
face, his eye broke in, and then went back down and got smashed. You feel me? So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Mikey is going down with a little bit of bumps and bruises, but it ain't like he got his a bone broke or
That's
a
true.
rib shattered. Not that I've heard of,
That's true.
that I heard. So it's like you know that shit was I don't know. I'm gonna just say this. Like, shout out to Jordan Campini. He says what he said. Oh, he mentioned something about did we enjoy the farmer fight? Yeah, man. It just made me think like the DAZN card on Friday night. To me, that was way better than what I saw last night on pay per
Oh,
view.
what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The zone is
Way
putting
better.
pressure on them because you notice that they at least had to. I think they putting pressure on them because I noticed on YouTube, PBC Fox had the preliminary fights, and then they had some corner thing where you can see the corners talking with Charles Martin. So I didn't really see that fight. I seen the highlights later where dude quit. Well, he subconsciously quit when you keep going low blows on people. That's like a
Yes, man.
form of
That shit
quitting. That's
was.
like a form of quitting. Yeah.
How the hell
So
your game plan is gonna be, nigga, nut combos, nigga? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like, the guy before you came on, I was like, bro, I would have as soon as they would took the gloves off, that nigga would have got these hand wraps, bro. I would have just slayed the nigga, bro. Like,
yeah, it's like he basically quit. I don't know if dude was from Dallas or nothing, the Corbin dude, but Samuel Shaw, yeah, ESPN does have a platform. That American and Bud is on ESPN pay-per-view. You know they got a pay-per-view because they gotta pay them a certain amount. But that ESPN Plus app, I think the Irish dude is fighting today on St. Patty's Day, Michael Conlon. I never seen him fight. I just heard about him on
I
in the
don't want to see
Olympics.
that nigga ever again, bro. Get him out of here. That shit
Oh,
was.
Michael Conlon?
I thought you were talking about Corbin. My bad. I was thinking about Corbin, the
Oh,
guy.
Corbin. Oh yeah, yeah.
My
I'm talking about the top ranked guy, the Irish guy. Michael Kyle, I never seen. I know he was in Olympics and he got a decision and he put his middle finger up. That's all I know about him.
bad.
And
Damn.
I know he fight at 126. And I know that they invested in him, but I don't see Shakir Stevenson getting no hometown. Man, they gotta have to work on that, man. They gotta put
He's
more money in the Shakur.
he's on the undercard of Crawford Khan
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah,
and Teofimo.
yeah.
That's real pay per view. That's
I
worth
know,
my money,
man.
nigga. I'm paying for that. You feel me? But these PBC shits, I'm not paying for that shit no more, bro. Because
I
this
think
is two
yeah.
back to back trash pay per view cards, man. For me,
I
I
think
spent too much money for these niggas.
they
Nigga.
listen to what we say. Like the YouTube got a voice, like because it's not like we corporate. You know what I'm saying? We say whatever we want. Like certain people would just be corporate and they just saying everything just to be like more like an opportunist just to get. But they listen to what we say. Like the zone is almost gonna force them to have good fights on there. Like you know what I mean? It depends on the pay per view. Now, and if they
Well,
done done
but you got these fanboy channels, so they're gonna keep, talking about how spectacular the events was and how great this and great that. But hey, we're gonna speak that real shit over here. You know what
yeah,
I
you
mean?
gotta put on Lisa main because I was purposely trying to arrive to the fight late because I didn't want to see the undercard. Usually, if it's a nice undercard, I'm getting there early. I'm like, yo, but now I'd seen it. I was like, man, I don't want to watch none of the fights except David Benavidez, and I just want to see how he looked because I ain't seen him in a minute. I knew he would win, but yeah, um,
Man,
I don't like I said I don't know how that works, but like you said, why would they have a good undercard if they can just people still gonna buy it. You know what I mean? So
right. And these clowns out here is just gonna keep buying the shit. I let it be known. If you niggas is listening, PBC, Heyman, whatever, you niggas lost black money. You're not getting my money, homie. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what Deontay Wilder got to say and how he want to try to hype his fight with Dominic Brazil to make us buy Showtime pay-per-view. Fuck that. I'm not buying it, bro. It's not happening. That's a trash main event. And I already know y'all gonna do the same bullshit y'all did with these first two pay-per-views this year with AB Pack and now Garcia Spence. Not impressed, man. Wasting my money. And you know, I should have just saved my money and waited for a link or some shit, man. But yeah, I'm good. I'd rather watch the Zone for $10. Like I said, that Friday night event that the Zone put on with the headliner of
You said,
Farmer.
yeah, I gotta get this on, man. I'm gonna get it for the
I was
start next
thoroughly
to
impressed.
Canelo.
I was thoroughly impressed with it the whole way through. It was that was worth the value. It was worth the value. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I didn't have to worry about goddamn $75 worth of not even like half the value
So
of
you
what
just
I
bought
paid
8 months. You just bought 8 months of the Zone.
Yes, I mean for yeah,
Oh, hold on.
exactly.
You know, I missed that part, Jordan. He said, "How awkward was that water, Mayweather?" You know what? I seen that Mayweather just looked like he was like angry, and I missed him doing. I was like, I wonder if he gonna talk to Water because you know Water was like Mayweather be talking stuff. I think Water was mad because when they cut to Water during the fight against Fury, Water's like Water Floyd basically said you down 5 rounds. He had Fury winning all the rounds, and Water took offense to that. But I missed the handshake. If anybody got a link, I gotta see it. But I was like, wow, Mayweather looked like he had just woke up or something. I don't know what's up with that right there. Yeah,
He just crawled out of some thought pussy or some shit and then went up there to the fucking fight.
yeah.
I don't worry about that nigga Floyd and them PBC niggas are some clowns, bro. It's too much clown shit going on. It's a circus over there now. I'm not impressed with none of that shit over there, dog. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not here to try to tell the nigga what they need to do with their career, but I don't really see in the future like going into like maybe 2020 and 2021 like, hey man, the Zone I think gonna take over. ESPN is gonna keep growing. I don't know what the fuck PBC is trying to do.
But they got more fighters though.
Who?
Black. So that's why it's
Talking about
gonna be.
PBC?
Yeah, they got more
For now.
fighters though.
And niggas is gonna be leaving. Trust me when I
You
tell you
think
that.
so?
Yes, niggas is gonna be leaving, dog. They gonna leave. They gonna jump ship. You know what I mean? The Zone got bread. You know what I mean? A lot of people gonna be going to the Zone, dog. A lot of people gonna be going to the Zone. They getting a lot more. They getting a lot of shine. They getting not just you know uh, shine within the states. They getting international shine, bro.
Who?
So, the Zone. The Zone people that's
Yeah,
fighting
that's
with the
true.
Zone.
But whatchamacallit, that fight was free last night on ITTV in the UK. I was like, wow, they got it for free.
Nigga, PBC about to be getting kicked in the teeth in a minute, bro. Just telling you.
They got a lot of fighters. That's gonna be tough. And they do, hey Black, they do be on regular TV though. A lot of fights.
They're
So
gonna be
I do give them
begging for
credit.
fighters in a minute. Watch. PBC gonna be begging for fighters in a minute because the Zone gonna be taking all them they shits. A lot of people, ESPN gonna be getting fighters and stuff. And then we seen ESPN the Zone, they working together. Like PBC, Heyman, whatever. Them the niggas they only want to just fight their own fighters, put on these trash ass cars, man. Put one big star and put little has beens and shit on the undercards. It's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with that. You know, I'm not going to support no pay-per-view shit on the PBC side no more unless it's some shit like if it's something happened with like Wilder Joshua or some shit. If Spence fights uh maybe a top welterweight, like a Thurman or a Crawford, that's pay-per-view worthy. Um, that's about it. That's about it. That's about the only two fights, really.
Black. Oh yeah, sorry to cut you. Did you get into the belt sheets? You see? Did you see that? I posted it to the Hangouts. It said both of them. Remember we was talking about the secret money and all that. 3 million. Both of them. It was reported both of them make 3 million, but much more in the back end. Remember we was talking about the secret money. I don't know how it works. If
Yeah, I told you
somebody,
that back end sound like some weird homo shit. Like, what the fuck is the
I
back
think
end
it's the
money?
back
Like,
end on merchandising and international rights and stuff like that. That's what I'm
well,
thinking. So, how much you think they made last night based on the attendance on all? If they guaranteed 3, so I think it was a 50-50 fight as far as money. So maybe you think they brung home at least 12.
nigga, I don't know, and I don't even care, bro. Because I mean, that they money is they money. I don't know what's the point you making though with that?
No,
Like,
I was just saying because because you were saying the Zone was going to take over. How they going to take over if these guys is making the same or more money on without having the zone. You get what I mean? So that's why, because it's all about
Because
money at
more
the end of the
people is
day.
going to start going over to the zone, nigga. It's cheaper, and niggas is like myself, who is really a diehard boxing fan. I've already decided I'm not gonna be spending pay per view for these trash ass shits, nigga. So I rather watch Tevin Farmer, Katie Taylor, you know what I'm saying, Demetrius Andrade, Danny Jacobs, Canelo
Yeah,
Alvarez, Triple G, all of these guys that is on the zone side, because at least I know I'm gonna get competitive fights. These guys are they're setting up unifications, they're fighting competitive fights, entertainment, and I'm not tripping off paying $10, nigga. What's
yeah.
$10?
And I heard they got old fights you can watch, right? I think maybe
Yes,
one month I had a.
classics. I watched the other day, Mayweather Canelo.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I
on the
mean,
zone.
nigga, the zone is where it's at, bro.
How did zone get that fight? Wow.
I don't know. I said the same
Oh,
shit.
probably
Like,
because of Sky Sports, and then they sold the right. See, that's where that money come from. Okay, I didn't know that. And one thing I noticed on yesterday, they showed the highlights and I was surprised that they showed the highlights between Errol Spence and Kell Brook. I was like, that was a good gesture, because they could have purposely hated and not showed that fight that was almost like they was giving free promotion to Errol Spence. They showed the highlights. It was like 6 minutes long between his fight with Kell Brook, and I was like, damn, I wonder if that fight with Kell Brook is on the zone. Is it? Because
oh, Trav says Golden Boy promoted that fight. That's why they have it. Wow, that was a hell of a move.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Golden Boy
they own
Promotions
that.
merging
Okay,
with the
okay,
zone.
okay.
Yeah, man, they got a lot of nigga great fights,
It's
nigga,
Kell
that you
Brook.
can just
I
watch.
can't find a Kell Brook fight. Hey Trav, where the Kell Brook versus Spence? Where can you find the full fight at for that? Is it on the zone or is it on YouTube? It used to be on YouTube or Vimeo or whatever that is. Somebody took it down. I want to see that fight.
Jordan says the zone will make the best fight the best, is just trying to get bigger names to come over. I mean, and then like you was talking about how like whatever the back end money. So
Yeah.
but yeah, you might have a pay-per-view, but how many times you gonna fight in a year? You feel me? So it's like guys is you know fighting consistently. They able to fight almost as active as much as they want to, man. As much as they want to. Matter of fact, I think Miller had fought within like a 2 or 3 month
Yeah.
period. Like it was just like, you know what I mean? So they can fight almost as often as they want, man. The bread is there for them. And like even Terry Farmer's bragging, he was just like, I just let Eddie know. Woo, woo. This guy was talking shit on Twitter. Like he was talking about the Irish guy he had fought last. He said
Mm.
he was like, it's freedom. Like, he said I can pretty much fight when I want to. So I just told him, I said, yo, set it up for this date, St. Patrick's Day weekend, whatever. And they made it happen.
Oh, that's what. Oh, okay, and it probably was a good. Was it a good crowd there? That's the lyric course right at where Temple play, right on Broad Street. Was it a nice crowd?
What
The fights in
Farmers
Philly.
did?
Yeah,
I believe so.
because
I
they
mean, I
had
don't know.
David
I
Lauder
wasn't really.
there. I ain't see the. Yeah, that's good though.
I
'Cause
mean, yeah, I mean, it was a good crowd, but it was a
oh,
hell of
okay.
an Irish crowd too,
Yeah,
because
that's right
they
in North
promoted
Philly.
the Irish theme.
Yeah.
Katie Taylor was on the undercard, the co-main event, so she had a huge turnout. And Conor McGregor is good friends with her, so I mean, anytime he always tried to catch her fights, and
Oh,
then
he came to the fight.
I don't know if he was at this fight, he was at
Oh,
her
okay.
previous fight.
He probably
Um,
gonna be at tonight's fight with Michael Conlon, because I know he be supporting his Irish fighter. Yeah, he probably be at tonight's fight if he, I know I don't know what's happened to him recently, but yeah. But yeah, then the zone is good for boxing. Like I said, it's good for boxing. It's always gonna be those things where the fights don't get made, but it's all about the egos between who's ever's in charge. It's almost like yeah. But the zone is good for boxing. Like I say, I'm curious to see. Maybe Wilder's fight will be they paid him some more money, I'm sure. It'll be on Fox. I'd rather have it on Fox than Showtime.
yeah. Speaking of that nigga, he turned down 100 million to make niggas buy pay-per-view for him in Brazil. So I'm just thoroughly disgusted with what PBC is doing, man. I really am. It ain't really. I mean, yeah, I want to see what the hell he got to say Tuesday, but if it's all about some fuck shit, talking about whoop whoop whoop, it's man, ain't nothing he can really say. that's gonna convince me to buy pay-per-view for him in Brazil. You know, Deontay Wilder, you are American heavyweight champ, but you're not A side, dog. You're not A side when you're talking about facing Joshua. You know, Joshua is, you know, he got something that you want, man. He got more belts. He's beat more champions. He's more accomplished than you, Deontay. He is, man. I get it that you feel you the boogeyman and you like to come in with the mask on and all that extra shit. You got the beautiful wife and whatever. Cool, bro. But at the end of the day, that's not enough, nigga. For me to just be spending my bread for you to fight nobody, a leftover. Joshua stretched the nigga, bro. You need to stretch him. Then I'll watch anything you do from there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay. I don't mind paying my money to support these guys. But nigga, give us some good product, man. Give us some good product. You know, I've been investing. I didn't come on, man. I done gave the boxing so much of my money. So much of my money.
Yeah.
So can't nobody get up here and check me and say, Black, you don't need to be talking. Man, shut up, nigga. I say what I want to say because I invest money. I'm helping pay a lot of these niggas' bills. You know what I mean? So fuck that. I'm gonna say what I want to say in regards to what I know they're if what these guys are doing. If they're giving us real quality content, you know, a good quality product or not. I can tell if a nigga's trying to pimp you. I don't like PBC side with this pimping shit. They're trying to pimp their fighters, and the fighters is trying to make us trick off on them. You know, we tricking off on these hoes, man. You know what I mean? And they're not even giving us what we fucking want. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to give us more than that, bro.
Hey, Black, tell her why you mad, son.
Cause man, you know, just like if you gonna pay $100,
I would have been mad. I'll pay my $80.
If you gonna pay $100, bro, you like shit.
I would never do a pay-per-view again. Like $80 for that shit.
Nigga, I'm not, bro. Like, you know,
you die hard though. I give it up for you though. I ain't going front. Like
I say, I'm not biased to no network.
Yeah, I ain't going front.
Ain't biased to,
I give it to you for that.
And but that's what it is, man. PBC, they thrive off trying to create this celebrityism of these fighters, man. It's not about what they're actually doing, the resume and who they've beat. It's about, can we make our fighter a celebrity? Because casuals are more attracted by celebrities. Adrian Broner is a celebrity. Floyd Mayweather is a celebrity. Errol is turning into a celebrity. If they got celebrities, it don't matter who they fight. These casuals, people that don't really know shit about boxing, they don't care about the resume and all the extra. They just gonna go, you know what I mean? This is why these guys got to look all extra with it. You seen the Charlo twins? I mean, the nigga responded to me on IG yesterday. This nigga went live.
Oh, he went live? Okay.
He went live on IG, and the nigga was like, you know what they do. They always showing what they wearing and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, real give a fuck about what the hell you wearing. Y'all see his, man. You see his woo. He's showing his chick's toes, and then he went to his feet and he's showing his shoes.
Jamel or Jamal? 160?
Jamel.
Oh, okay. 154. Okay.
Strapless.
The one that beat your boy, where we gonna debate real soon about. Okay.
No. The one that guy's ass beat by the one the nigga say I look like Tony Harris. I don't look like that nigga. I'm a handsome ass nigga. What the fuck they talking about? But yeah, man, that nigga ain't got shit else going on, so he just want to show people his money and his clothes and shit. And he was, you know, had the camera down by his shoes, and the niggas had an anklet on.
Oh, for real?
I said, is that an anklet, my nigga?
Oh, you said that on the live Instagram?
I said, that nigga said, yeah, Black, of course, me, that cost more than your chain, too. Ooh. And then he tried to say something else, and he dropped his fucking phone. I said, look at this nigga, bro. Don't ever address me, dog. What the fuck? Nigga wearing an anklet, and then somebody else tried to post that same picture of him with that anklet on. I guess he took a picture on his IG before he went to the event, and I seen the anklet on where somebody was just like, yeah, this nigga new fly or whatever. I said, yeah, but what's up with that anklet though? Then the other nigga tried to defend it and said, yeah, man, that's a whole new level of fly or whatever. I was like, look, nigga, I done bought my wife anklets, nigga.
I never. So anklet would be like equivalent for of a bracelet, right? Yeah, I never.
Yeah, like a instead of a bracelet being on your arm, it's on your ankle.
Yeah, I
And
don't
now,
know. That's must be new. Yeah, I don't know about that. I never, I never wore anklet.
yeah,
I never
bro.
even knew that people got anklets. Yeah,
Have you know what?
that's his
No,
thing.
no normal niggas just wake up and go to a jewelry store and say, you know what? I'm about to put this bracelet on my ankle. I'm gonna make I'm gonna wear an anklet. Nah, nigga.
Right.
Talking about it's a different type of fly. I'm like, yeah, y'all keep that different shit, bro. I ain't with all that old weird. I done bought my wife anklets. What the fuck I look like sporting an anklet?
Now,
Nigga?
now, Black. I know you on your pay-per-view thing. You ain't mess with the pay-per-view, but are you gonna order the American and Bud fight?
Yes, that's worth
Oh,
it.
okay,
I
that's worth it.
I went down the list. We got Shakur Stevenson on the undercard, Teofimo Lopez on the undercard, and there's another good name.
I gotta look that. Let me look that up. Yeah, it's $60. I kind of wanted to actually go to the fight. I looked at the tickets. There's a lot of tickets available.
For real.
That's the main. That's the only thing I hate is the fact that my boy is being frozen out. I hate that, man. My boy Bud is being frozen out. But what's gonna happen is he's gonna be like the It happens all the time. He's gonna be like they trying to freeze him out, but it's gonna backfire. Watch. Bud is going. You can't stop a star from shining. Watch. Bud is gonna be the guy that people go for. Like, I don't know. It's watch. It's gonna happen, man.
Mm.
He's gonna be like the underground rapper. You know, you got the famous rapper that's getting all the attention,
We'll
but you
promote
got
the
the
fuck out.
underground rapper, and people like he got the buzz. You get what I mean? Watch. It's
Yep.
gonna happen, man.
I'm gonna promote the fuck out of him too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga still sell to my other channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I was one of the few niggas when they was all doing this hype shit with Spence, man. You know what I mean? I was giving shine to Crawford because Crawford deserved that shine, bro. Crawford is
Yeah,
actually, the real free smoke, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's
yeah,
actually trying to do, be great. He not worried about, oh, well, this nigga can't sell out a barbecue dinner or family dinner.
exactly.
How y'all see what Spence said? Y'all hear Spence? Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas are these niggas be low-key homo with this Spence hype, man. This nigga, man, just be clearly can duck
Oh,
somebody.
Verdejo. Remember he was hyped up. I never was sold on
Verdejo.
Verdejo. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
he
never
on the
sold on
card.
him. But yeah, that's actually a good card. And one thing I noticed about I look at Bud's Instagram stories, Shakur Stevenson stay with Bud. That's smart.
Yes.
Keep that up, man. That's smart. He stay at he's somewhere far. He focused. He playing basketball, and Bud looked like he's teaching him
Bud is like the
everything.
big bro.
Exactly. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Whoever your big bro is, that's what you're gonna start to behave like. So that's smart,
Mhm.
man.
He's a family guy. He's in a relationship. He's keeping these guys in line. You don't see Bud out here getting into trouble. So he's setting the example. He's a gym rat. Spence Shakur Stevenson said it like, yo, this nigga whooped my ass in sparring. And Shakur thought he was the hottest thing coming out of the Olympics, And Shakur Stevenson is nice. He's nice.
He's silver. Yeah.
And
I remember he was up. Yeah, he lost to the Cuban dude. I gotta
mhm,
see more of him. I went to I went to the Lomachenko and Rigondeaux fight, and his fight had just ended. I was like, man, um,
mhm. Yeah, man. Crawford is like, that's a nigga I would kick it with, bro. Like, he a real one, bro. Like, and he's like he's a fan of the sport
he
too.
is though, and I
You know
like
what I
him
mean?
because he's not thirsty. He not like Triple G thirsty for Canelo. He want the fights, but he ain't desperate. Anything that's desperate don't work. He and it always worked out in his favor too. He became undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
He always wanted a Pacquiao fight, but he wasn't desperately call him out. That's why I like him. He'll fight anybody, but he not desperate. That desperate stuff is crazy. So it's gonna work out in his favor. Things behind the scenes that he do, all the hard work he putting in. So Crawford, if you're looking at this, don't worry, you will be. They ain't gonna have no choice but to do it because the
Man, Crawford is the best, bro. He's the best right now. What's up, Mindside? What's up, my dog? He's the best right now. He don't even have to, you know what I'm saying, uh, get out here and talk shit. Like he let his hands, he walking like he talking, you know what I mean? But he don't even have to do a lot of talking, man. Everybody know what Crawford is about, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
after the performance we saw last night, it's just more confirmed, like, dog. It just made Crawford stock go up even more. Like, yo, man.
yep, because the fans gonna want it. Watch, you can't. I'm telling you, I seen it happen so many times, man. He's the underground. he's like the underground rapper that the people gonna go behind, because it's like the establishment is trying to prevent his greatness, and and the table's gonna flip. I already know. Watch, I already know that. Watch, man, and it's gonna come out, and he's starting. I'm looking at his Instagram. He's starting to push himself out more and more. And this, and actually, he gonna stop American, but the way American fight is gonna make for an exciting fight.
Yeah,
It's gonna be exciting because
I like the
Homeboy didn't
fight.
get a knockout, so people gonna remember that one. They're gonna be like, "Whoa!" And then you got Teofimo on there, and that's gonna
Shakur.
that buzz gonna be big, yo. And it's in
Mm-hmm.
New York too. And then like they and they gonna have to push, but you know what I mean. It's sad that it's so sad that nobody will fight him too. I think you know what I think after this fight he should make the fight with Ugas, because they've been calling Ugas
Crawford.
out. Oh my, yeah. He
That'll
should
be a
make the fight with
great
Ugas.
fight, and I would give him mad respect if he.
I will go to that fight, and it's the
Now I
revenge
don't I
factor.
don't know. I have to look it up in the on Box Rec. Um, but I don't know where if he's even ranked in the WBO. But
Oh,
still,
they'll let him do that fight, yeah, because he
but
won.
but
I
but
mean,
still, like being that I've seen how Crawford is, man. Crawford will challenge himself. Like Crawford wants to test his skills versus the best out there, man.
exactly.
You feel me? So it's like it's Crawford is the best to me, man. Like,
PBC, put Ugas in a good Crawford. You know what I mean? You can't, when you have a business,
right.
having a
Y'all ain't got too much to
monopoly.
lose with Ugas, you know.
Yeah, having a monopoly in any business and not creating opportunities for other people, that's not cool. It may appear cool and you feel like you're dominating, but any business, you have to have other people involved for it to be really successful. But then, so put Ugas in with Crawford in the summertime. That fight is going to be nice. You can do the revenge factor. If
Yes,
you beat
man.
them in the you get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Yes.
it's a
I
good
would
fight.
love to see that fight. And see,
And
look, when you are a real fan of sports or even a fan of a particular fighter, like this is what I've seen to change. Like, yes, I'm a fan of Crawford, and I know that that's a dangerous fight, him facing Ugas, but I want to see it. You feel me?
yeah,
You got other fans and fanboys, they got favorite fighters, and they don't want to see them in a high risk level fight. And that just amazes me. Like, yo, man, y'all niggas, man, you a fanboy. You are here. You don't want your favorite fighter to lose. I already know that there's a possibility that Terrence Crawford could lose to Ugas because he already lost to him in the
yeah,
end.
that's true. That
But I
fight,
still want to see it. You
I
feel
think
me?
Butter probably TKO him, but that's the fight people want to see. And a lot of people get caught up in this undefeated Floyd Mayweather effect. People want to be undefeated in the A side, which is it's nothing cool with that. Of course, you want to do it, but you gotta realize people. If a person is a fan of you, they don't care if you lose. Now, if you quit or do PDs, but if you do your best, a
Mm-hmm.
fan is a real fan. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna say like, even with me, a lot of my favorite fighters don't got the most technical skills. I don't care, and I don't care if they lose. Even like I like Wilder, I like Bud. If they lose, I'm still gonna be a fan of them. You know what I mean? Now, if they do start doing PEDs and certain things like that, I'm like, yo, or do something crazy, cheating. But you don't gotta be undefeated. So if you're a boxer out there, listen, you don't have to. If you know do your thing and you lose, we still gonna support you. Basically, don't feel bad because you lost. You know what I mean? I think it's the ego thing. Oh, I lost, but
Hold on a second. Can you see the
okay.
chat?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, go ahead and read the chat. I gotta open this door real quick. I'll
Oh,
be right back.
okay, let me read the chat. Let me see. Jordan Kiampany. Hold on, let me see where else was.
All right.
Crawford cornered Spence and demanded a fight like 6 months ago. Spence said he would and never said another word. Yeah, we yeah. If you guys haven't already watched, search Crawford story on YouTube. Crawford comes from a real bad situation, rose above. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. His story, man. I'm telling you, man.
Shout out to Jordan too, man.
His
Yeah, man,
story
I'm
is
glad you found the
amazing,
channel.
man. Like I've been watching Crawford for a long time, since probably 2012 and 13, and because a lot of people don't know Crawford got shot, but a lot of people don't know Crawford used to have the locks. I don't know if you remember you watching him on HBO when he had the dreadlocks. He's like, man, they got too heavy. I had to cut them off. Like his story is amazing, man. I always mess with him, and I always liked him because he always had his own identity. I remember they was asking him questions about the decision. He was like, "I don't care. I'm gonna still box. I'm not going." He never got caught up in trying to please in the crowd, and then his power increased at 140. So that's why I always like Bud Crawford, because he always had his own identity. A lot of times, a lot of fighters nowadays, they don't have their own identity. They don't know which way to fight. Do the shoulder roll? Should they do this? Should they come forward? They don't have their own identity. But Bud has his own. He's his own man. He a leader. Shout out to Bud, man. He a leader.
I agree, bro. I agree with you. Hey, go and answer that question. Lost Survivor says, "What you think about Danny Garcia versus Spence?"
Now
Do you think that fight? You think that look at that fight differently now after last night?
I look at it differently. Like it'll go the distance, because Danny's chin is nice too. But I see a late stoppage for Earl, or he'll outbox him like 9 rounds to 3.
Wait. You see a late stoppage for Earl when he didn't even stop Mikey?
Yeah, but yeah, I think so because I see, because he can TKO him to like the body. Earl mentioned last night.
He never TKO Mikey to the body.
Yeah,
He was fluffy.
Yeah, I think so. I think I won't. Don't be surprised. I mean, Danny.
Unless you're saying Mikey got more heart and chin than Danny got chin at welterweight.
Yeah, and Danny got more pop too. And Danny's strong though.
And I think
that's not a good stop from him though.
And I think do you think Danny moves more than Mikey? Mikey was stationary. A little
bit. Danny got some boxing ability. Like I said, he beat Crawford one time. They went 1-1.
Danny can box, bro.
Yeah. Danny versus, I see Earl win about 9 rounds on him. But he got that. I think he had take a risk though and punch.
This nigga said Danny's 6 toes gonna keep him up. What the fuck that mean? He got 6 toes or some shit?
Yeah, you ain't know that?
Oh hell no! Nah.
Yeah, he got like an extra toe. Yeah, and it helps him. Yeah, he showed a picture of it. You gotta see. You gotta search it on YouTube.
Nah, I'm not searching that.
He got like an extra toe.
Wow.
Yeah,
man, nah, I don't see after last night. I don't see Spence stopping. If they doing Vada, I don't see Spence stopping Danny.
Are you saying out of scale of 1 to 10, where do you think his power is at? Like realistically,
Spence.
And who has more power at welterweight?
I think Danny. After last night, I think Danny might have more power, bro. I think his power is overrated, man. Get that nigga on Vada. On a scale of 10, I'll put that nigga about maybe a 7, maybe. 7? I mean, I'm being generous, bruh.
And Danny power is solid too. He's not really. It's not too many.
Danny got a good solid 8, like a good 8.
You think so? Because he haven't been knocking nobody down. He haven't been dropping nobody. Thurman might be the best puncher but his stamina prevents his power from really going to the next level.
I think Keith is probably about maybe 7'2". But I think that because of his speed, his boxing ability, he don't have to, at this point in his career, he don't really have to have the most power. He has enough respectable power to where if he hits you a lot, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna do damage. But I don't know. I think Danny might have a little bit more power than Keith. If I'm not mistaken. I mean, I don't know.
Think so?
At first, I used to say Keith had, because the thing about it is, like you was talking about, like, because Keith moves around. He doesn't really sit down on his punches a lot. You know, I seen him do it a few times when he fought Sean. He made Sean buckle. Sean talked about that shit. Sean said ain't nobody ever hit him as hard as Keith.
Right.
So I'm not saying Keith don't have power, but the way Keith fight in the fight itself, with his movement, how he set up his shots, you're gonna probably see it get about like a 7, maybe an 8 out of Keith. It ain't gonna be like no.
You know what? Remember, you know they vote. Know what fight is gonna be amazing? I'm gonna tell you, and this is the sleeper fight in Dallas. If these other fights don't happen, because he beat him in the amateurs. Omar Figueroa. Now this fight looks promising. Omar Figueroa versus Errol. Omar Figueroa versus Errol would do big, because Omar comes
another Mexican, another Hispanic fighter.
Exactly. Yeah. And Omar Figueroa gonna let them hands go. His last fight, he looked more human, but Omar Figueroa.
But he had a long layoff. Layoff.
Exactly. He keep his weight down. Omar Figueroa versus Errol is going to be nice, because he's going to throw combinations. He's going to be back and forth. he's gonna take more chances. So don't be
He
surprised.
got
That fight,
head movement too. I seen,
mm-hmm,
he has head movement. The
exactly.
guy, he can switch. He fights from different
Mm-hmm.
angles. He punches from different angles. Um, I don't know, man. That might be a little tough little scrap. Although I still think that the reach and the height, because how tall is it?
Omar, let me see. I'm looking. I'm on Box Rack now. Omar Figueroa Jr. Let's see. Actually, his arms is longer. His reach 73, but he's shorter. Wow.
Okay, so the
Got a
reach
longer
might
reach
help
than
you.
Earl. Wow. His 73 inches, because I think Earl is 72, but he 5'7" and a half. So that's better. It's better to be shorter than somebody and have a longer reach than it is to be, taller, because you
Would
mess
you?
up a target.
So if he had two options, because we know I mean, at this point, I think he gonna duck any other champion at welterweight right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a choice to see him face Pacquiao next or Omar, who would you want to see him?
Omar, like,
Damn,
homeboy
that's crazy.
29.
And people been kind of talking about that fight.
Omar. Put
But
Omar on
also
there.
too, a lot of people been saying something about AB fighting Omar because fight was
Yeah,
supposed to
AB
happen
is back.
already.
Remember they were supposed to fight? AB is, I mean,
And I met Omar at the
oh, you did?
Lipinets Mikey Garcia fight, and
Oh,
that
okay.
nigga, like he's short. Like what
Oh,
is his
yeah.
height? Because I was taller
It
than him.
says 5'7" and a half.
Okay, yeah, he was short. Like I was like looking down at him, and he was like he wasn't even in shape at all, like at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still got the shit in my phone, a picture. But this nigga, you know, I don't know, bro. Like I would probably want to see that fight,
I
because
don't want to see him fight Pacquiao.
yeah, I don't want to
What's
see
gonna
that.
happen. It's the fight that's the fight to make Earl a superstar, because that's just I forget what they call that fight.
Follow the Mayweather blueprint. Go after all the Mexicans. Get them out of there.
Yeah, or okay, you fight Pacquiao next, and then I see them having Earl on just a regular Fox channel against Omar Figueroa. That will probably do 5 million views or whatever it is that the ratings things, and then that'll just keep making them bigger.
They're not trying to put Errol back on regular TV.
You don't think so?
That's why he's trying to go the Pacquiao route. From
Yeah,
here on out, like you was
you make
talking
more
about,
money. Yep.
you was on point. You were saying that they're building him up to be the cash cow. You're right. That's why he's trying to go Pacquiao, and from there, that's going to elevate him, his popularity and his
How do you
say
find
pay-per-view.
how do you find the IBF rankings? Because one thing about the IBF, they enforce their mandatories, and I know he's
All you got to do is put in
on the
boxing
Google.
rankings. Yeah, I usually I put in boxing rankings, and then it shows you each of the sanctioning bodies. Let me
Oh,
go.
okay,
They give you it's
let me
yeah, boxing team is the one that has it.
because Acampo was his mandatory in June, right? I think don't you got to fight your
Allegedly.
don't don't
Look, so it's like IBF be doing strange shit. They don't have nobody rated at the number 1 and number 2 spot.
yes,
IBF is the shittiest sanctioning body in the
and they
welterweight.
American, yeah, they don't. But when they do enforce their stuff, though, that's how he got the chance against Cal Brook, though. I got to give it to him that. So
How
it's
can you force
vacant.
nobody that's there? They be
He
just
claimed that nobody
they
want to
give
fight
this
him, but
nigga so
people
many
don't want to
exemptions.
fight him now, though. Acampo number 12, Alexander Jamal Jean. So it's this dude called La Gajarga. He 27-0. Who's this guy? La
Why is
Jarga?
Castillo Clayton back down at 11? Oh, okay, I'm tripping. Damn, Castillo Clayton, they dropped this nigga down low. He was at the number 1 spot in the WBO for Crawford.
Oh, this dude ranked pretty decent, though.
First.
He gonna fight for that strap, though. He number 3 in IBF, number 2 in the WBC, number 5 in the
Who was that?
his name is Carmen
Yeah, he top 5 in every sanctioning body.
yeah. Where is he from though? L probably seen if dude fight.
Kerman Laharga.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google him.
Hold on, let me copy that in there and
Yeah,
go to the box break.
because his mandatory gonna be coming up soon.
Damn.
They probably
He gonna get a title shot. This nigga look
I
like
wonder
he from another country.
he look like he from Argent. I'm trying to look that last name. He look like Eastern European,
He from
maybe,
Spain, bro. He from Spain.
or Spain. Oh,
5'9".
okay.
What was his
Oh, he might not be.
orthodox?
I'm looking at him on here. He's not in a rush to fight for a world title. So that just when was this? November 2018.
Oh, he get ready to fight David Evanesian.
Oh yeah, he not in a rush to secure a world title fight. He's
Actually,
not in a rush, then yeah.
on the 30th of this month.
Yeah. So homeboy, I'm just looking on boxing scene. Carl Frampton just ink. It seemed like the Frank Warren and Top Rank thing is like a silent mutual agreement. Everybody that signs with them is going to do with Top Rank, but Carl Frampton inks multi-fight promotion with Top Rank, and a lot of people don't know this, but Carl Frampton was signed with Al Heyman. So I wonder if he's still with Al Heyman because he just signed a deal, multi-fight promotional deal with Top Rank. Carl Frampton did. I'm just looking at that on boxing scene.
We need Lawrence Williams on this motherfucker, man.
I
He break
know.
some shit down.
Carmen, I got a YouTube dude. If he ain't in a rush to fight for a title, he probably ain't ready. Then he probably just don't. Yeah.
You know your boy Enos, man, not even ranked in no sanctioning body right now. At least not in the top 15.
Right.
He
Yeah.
might have to step his competition up. I think he has a very promising career, but he gonna definitely have to step up, man.
Yeah. He's in a situation where people he's gonna have to be the mandatory. But that goes from having the right team around you. I seen an interview on, I think, the Boxing Voice with his dad, because they going through this situation. The dude is claiming that he's the promoter, but he was just working with Cameron Duncan, who Cameron Duncan is the manager to a lot of great fighters, Tim Bradley, Mikey Garcia, list goes on, Bud Crawford. But he's saying that that's not legit, but he's supposed to be fighting in April, and he said hopefully on the zone thing. So we'll see, man. And he was looking, his dad said it, he's like he's looking for top 15 guys, top 10 guys. So because he's the type of fighter that unless
Man,
they make him up.
WBC is stacked in the welterweight
Oh, it
division.
is.
All kind of good names. You got Sean at the top. You got Danny number 2. That one guy Kerman 3. Vargas. Kerman at number 2. Vargas 3. Egis Kavaliauskas, that the Greek freak, the one, that guy. I've been hearing a lot about him. He's in the top 5 and he's in the top 5 and 3 sanctioning bodies. Ugas is at 6, Josito Lopez at 7, Berto at 8, Tulani Mbing, shout out to Corey Lee. He got an interview with him before, an African guy. And then Jamal James at 10, Granados at 11, Jeff Horn at 12. And then from there, I don't know the last 3 on the top 15, but that's about the best sanctioning body, WBC.
WBC, yeah, they just.
Josh Kelly is at number 7 in the WBA.
Is that low place boy, Josh Kelly? Josh Kelly? Who's the dude that Josh? Is that him? Because low place love that one dude. I forget who it was.
I think it's Josh Kelly.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah.
And then right now in the WBO, Khan at number 2, Kavaliauskas at the number 1 spot. Khan at 2, Jesse Vargas number 3. Louis Ferran, I don't know who that is. That Kerman guy's at number 5. Rashidi Ellis at number 8. Louis Collazo at number 10. So WBO don't really have a whole lot of names. I don't understand why they dropped Castillo Clayton down so low. He was at the number 1 spot at first.
Oh,
but something happened where they
that's
just
the manager. Yeah, that manager. That's based on the manager stuff. So that dude that's
he still owed me an interview, and that nigga. When I first hit him up, it was during the Christmas time. He said that he's out of the country with his family because he's from is he from Haiti or some shit, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I DM'd him and he says, we're gonna set it up once I get back. So he still owed me an interview. Put some pressure on that nigga, like, bro.
So Josh Taylor is number 1, okay, in 140. Are they going to enforce it though? Or are they going to let Jose Ramirez, who has
Taylor, he likes it, some shit?
Yeah, he ranked number 1 in the WBC. But yeah.
I don't understand why they got Jose Ramirez and Regis Prograis sharing the. Why are they both?
It's fake, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's like a fake world we live in. It's weird now how they do with these belts, man. And then I do Lahar, whatever his name is, Lehavraga, the dude that was like right to fight Spence at IBF. He's ranked number 2 with the WBC, but it's just a business. How they drop Ugas already number 6? Come on, dog.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I mean, at least they kept them in the top 10, though.
Nah, but first of all, I think they should. How you can have a certain appeals.
How is that
for the media rematch? How did that's weird to me, man. He should be ranked number 2. or number one.
Danny is at number one in the WBC, and he's getting ready to fight the number 10 Granados.
Yeah, Vargas ain't better than Ugas. Come on, man. Velasco, they
Hell
were top
no.
ranked.
Maybe that fight should happen next. What you think about that? Ugas and Vargas.
Yeah, Ugas would beat him. Like he'll beat Ugas would beat Danny. He'll beat all of them.
Maybe Ugas can fight that number 2 dude. Because I don't understand. I don't recognize nobody on his resume.
You're right.
He
Yeah.
got 80% knockout ratio, and he's enrolled in VADA, so his power is legit. But I don't recognize nobody on his resume.
Teller only got 14 fights. Is that? Yeah, I guess they fighting in that tournament thing. I'm curious. A homeboy fighting next. Homeboy don't got enough. Sean, I think he gonna have to. I think he's the next guy that you want to look at. Regis Prograis, as far as like style and wanting the fights, and I think they can do a better job of promote him, or maybe he have to do it himself. Regis Prograis, because
no, that's crazy that Regis Prograis, even though he's considered a champion, WBC champion, he's ranked in a different sanctioning body. He's ranked in the WBA.
Oh, okay.
I thought you couldn't be ranked in a different sanctioning body.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. When you got a belt, but homeboy was the WBA and IBF champion, and it's all about money and politics. Triple G, remember they stripped Canelo the first time? Triple G had 2 belts already. That's why I'm saying it's like a wishy-washy video game where it's based on illusions and things like that. Because we seen that happen. You get what I'm saying? We seen it. Like,
it's confusing, man.
It's confusing. That's what I'm saying. I don't even. Yeah. They got Lipinets. What? We'll see, man.
But I'll tell you, man, it don't matter what weight class you're looking at. WBC seems like it's the most competitive.
You said the WBC?
WBC be having like the most work, man. Like the most like fights that's you would want to definitely tune in. Don't matter if like the top 10, like say we talking about the welterweight, I would want to see any of those top 10 mix it up. Matter of fact, top 12, you got Jeff Horn at 12, Granados at 11. Like all of those are good names to me. Like besides this Kermit guy, I mean, I don't know who he is, but you got Sean Porter, Danny Laharaga, Jesse Vargas, Egas, Ugas, Josecito Lopez, Berto, Tulani Mbing, Granados, Jeff Horn. Like any of those guys mix it up, those are good fights to watch.
But you know what? I think his next fight is for a belt too. Regis Prograis, he fighting a Relic dude. I think Relic dude got a belt, right? Let me see. He fighting April 27th.
Trav said Relic, actually, interim champ.
Relic is the champion at WBA.
Which weight class you talking about?
140. Regis Prograis. They fight April 27th. So that's gonna be a belt for him. And then I think the Josh Taylor other dude, that'll be another belt. And then Maurice Hooker want that work on his own. So it can be undisputed at 140. Jose Ramirez, I don't know what's up with him, but
is that what this tournament is supposed
to be? And Jose,
undisputed?
At least 2 belts.
Oh,
Maurice Hooker and Ramirez is not in the tournament, but it'll be at least make it close though.
Okay.
And I think ESPN would love to see, because remember they ducked that fade with Regis because they're supposed to happen. I think they had a solid agreement, some step aside money to wait on that fight. And then he signed with his own. So we'll see, man.
Trav was saying that I think he was talking about Regis. He said he's interim champ.
Oh, okay.
So, but I just never seen on a box rec they have 2 names like in bold. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's just weird to me. Like how they don't really. They got to be more specific. They're almost making it like Ramirez and Regis have the same value. You know what I mean? Like they're at the same level.
Somebody bring up a good point. Lost Survivor. If Madonna comes back to 147, it might be interesting to fight with Porter or Spence. You right?
He will not make 147 ever again.
Him though. You seen him? He working with Memo and Alex Reed.
He said Memo.
Both of them. He getting slimmer though. He in the pool. He at the Mayweather gym. He getting slimmer and slimmer though. I think he can do it.
Man,
I think so.
I'll be shocked if Madonna can make it back to 147.
He getting slimmer and slimmer, man. He getting slim. He in the pool. He on a bike. I seen him on somewhere. I was like, wow. I would like to see him against Spence though. That would be good.
Nah, nah. If you're gonna do anything, come back and rematch Broner. You're a
You really
Broner
see
that
that?
fade. I watched that. Not on pay-per-view, but I watched
Yeah,
that. That was a good scrap, bro. It was a good scrap.
it was a good scratch.
Gave Broner his first loss. Broner did some good things. That he hurt. Matter of fact, he hurt the hell out of that nigga in that 12, bro.
Broner did.
Yes,
Yeah,
nigga.
he did. That's what I'm saying. He did. He didn't. Yeah, he did. He was young in that fight. He was only. Yeah, that was 2013. I remember that.
Broner, man, he could have got stopped in that fight, man.
He
He
didn't
didn't
quit
get
though.
stopped. He didn't quit. Everybody knew from that fight that this nigga has heart, and that nigga is not. It's no quit in him. You know what I mean? And Madonna said that he ain't never been hit that hard. He said Broner hit that nigga with some
Yeah,
shit that he ain't
Broner got
never
some.
felt.
Broner got a little pop with him though.
Yeah, man. You just got like they say, niggas just say let your hands go. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That was one of the biggest disappointments in boxing, man. That guy just he just had too much other stuff going on, man. He cared about his celebrity status more than being a fighter. That's why I fucks with Crawford. Crawford don't
Yeah.
worry about how many people, like him and celebrity status. He just like, nigga, line them up. Who next? You know? Yeah, man. But just to sum it up, bruh, Spence got the job done over Mikey. Hashtag no new strap. Hashtag no man down. But but at the end of the day, it's a victory. It is a victory, and we got to see what he gonna do next. I think any other welterweight champion is probably looking at it like, bruh, you know, like if I'm any other champion, bruh, I'm looking at it like this, man. Hey, Vada, give me this nigga. But like you said, man, Angelique, you made a good point that being that he has more value now, what kind of leverage will other fighters have to just
Mm-hmm.
try to enforce testing, VADA testing, and what's going to actually, like, and then it's going to be depends on which route Spence want to go. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's doing what he want to do. He's got a lot of hype around him and all of this other stuff. So people was going to give him a pass for cherry picking. You know, um, he called himself Strap Season, but it doesn't look like he's interested in unifying. So I just put Flame where Flame need to be because this guy has been talking about Strap Season. So we need to take that hat off. He had the Strap Season hat. Take that off, man down. You messed that up. That little 11
Right.
fight. That's done. That's done. You couldn't even knock out a lightweight. And the only thing that changed was put your ass on Vada. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm any other fighter, I would definitely be, and I agree with you, man. If Errol listening to this, man, you need to keep Vada, bro. You
Yeah, that's
know,
good for you, man.
prove to everybody that you can go through random blood and urine testing. You're at the top level, and you need to set the example for all the rest of the champions and other fighters before you. Like, you're a clean athlete, and you can box. You don't have to knock out everybody. And if this is your transition where you just gonna be boxing and you're gonna be on the Mayweather level, you just relying on defense and boxing ability, cool. But I just want to see this nigga maintain that momentum, be smart, box because he was very smart last night. He was boxing. The power was not there. I didn't see it, but you still won the fight. So as a boxing fan, I give you credit for being the better boxer last night. Even though it was not the opponent that I would have preferred to see you against, because this was a little guy who came up in weight, but you still got the job done. You know what I'm saying? So, um, going forward, man, I want to see this guy just continue to be smart. Hopefully, your boy Jermel took some notes so that when he fights Tony Harrison in the
In
rematch,
June.
he can possibly be victorious. But you come in with that same strategy, trying to knock out a guy, yeah, it's gonna be the same result. And we're gonna be on this live stream getting it in for sure.
Yeah.
But I agree with you 100%, man. He definitely need to, stay in vitamin and just box, man. Keep continuing to box. Use your ring and use your intelligence, use your
Mm-hmm.
speed, use your defense. The defense was good. There was some points in that fight where Mikey was really trying to hit him,
Mm-hmm.
and Errol will be in close,
Mm-hmm.
touching him up, and then when Mikey tried to hit him, he was gone. He was gone.
Yeah, his defense looks solid. I was like, okay, Earl, he changing the game up on him.
Yeah, but of course, he spent. Mikey is not a fast fighter, so I don't. I never considered Mikey a great boxer. You know what I mean? Like that, like a elite boxer. I mean, people say that he's very technical and all this stuff. I just was never that big on Mikey like that. Never was. You could never go and say that I said that
No, he
Mikey,
doesn't. Yeah,
but
Trav
for the
was. Trav
right,
was. Oh,
Trav is,
yo, Trav, make sure you record that Crow session, man. He sound like he sound like he an Errol Spence fan now, low key though. He's changed his whole. Did you watch his post fight? He changed his
I
whole
watched it.
dude, dog.
I didn't watch the whole thing because I was just getting ready to kick off the live. But
He was
I
in all the
actually,
Errol Spence. He was like, wow, he be in the top 4 guy. I think Errol Spence is his new fighter, his new favorite fighter now. Shout out to Trav FDY.
I don't know. I'm be honest with you, man. I was impressed with Spence, but I was never that. I'm not impressed like how Trav is because of the fact that I expected more. I really expected more. I wasn't expecting see, I wasn't as big on Mikey like all these other guys. So because I picked Errol to stop Mikey in 5. So I was more like disappointed, like, damn, what the fuck? What happened, Errol?
Jordan, what you say? You say it may not seem like it, but testing is very expensive. No, it's not. It's
It
not
ain't, bro.
expensive, my friend. Your life is more. It's not expensive, my friend. 15,000, you can get a sponsor to pay for that. It's not offensive, and it has flaws. I mean, but hey, Vada catching everybody. Guys are popping because of asthma.
Who you referring to? You talking about? Oh, this he must be Billy Joe Saunders protector.
Yo, Jordan
Oh,
Chiampini, where you live at? You live in Italy or
guaranteed, probably UK. Where you from, Jordan?
where are you from, Jordan? And one thing
Right.
about it, we love like other people's opinions, but it's not expensive, my friend. You gotta think about that. Imagine the hospital bills if you get. Imagine homeboy's hospital bills. 850.
What does that mean?
Oh, Florida. Okay,
Oh, you
shout out
from
to
Florida?
Florida.
Oh, that
Okay,
must be an area code or something. 850.
okay, 850. Okay, shout out to Jordan. His
I'm like, they
maybe
ain't banging on this.
Maybe Keith
850.
Thurman is his favorite fighter. Yeah, but it's not expensive though. It's not. It's not expensive.
All
Trust
you
me.
gotta do is enroll in the clean boxing program.
And you can get
All
a
you gotta do.
sponsor to pay for that. If you can get a local car dealership to pay for that, trust me.
It's expensive for these guys that is not enrolled in the clean boxing program because if they want to use testing for a particular opponent, then they got to pay for it. But if you
Is it
enroll in the
worth
clean
it?
boxing program, you ain't paying nothing.
It's better to pay for that than wasting your money on a sanctioning body sometimes. Like, trust me, it's not expensive. In the short term and the long term, it's not expensive.
If I was an athlete, man, at this level, at that level, whatever, I would make sure that
You
a
have
part of
to.
my money, my person, make sure the guy have no unfair advantage over me.
Exactly. And just to protect your legacy, you know what I mean? Because if 20 years down the line, everybody getting scandal, at least you can say I was doing VADA 24/7. At least you can say that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just per fight. Because we know people cycle on and off, but yeah, it's for your legacy, man. It's for your
Yeah, man. And the fair boxing program, that's another good one. That's part of the WBA. So them guys they have like the same formula as FADA, where they'll actually randomly test you. I think if you're in the top 15, you have to be subject to random blood and urine testing.
exactly.
VADA clean boxing program, same thing on the WBC side. You have to be subject, and like you said, Jaleel, these guys, VADA's catching more people than all these other people. So
Exactly.
you gotta give credit where it's due. And if you're at the top, man, I think you got to make sure that you're setting the example and letting everybody know that you're a clean athlete.
Yeah, why not?
But one thing I would say is that I would be paying attention to Errol Spence's next fight, whoever that might be. I don't think that this guy will be facing any top welterweight. Um, he's gonna be probably looking at Pacquiao. Pacquiao's not a top welterweight. He's way over the hill. He's old. He's looking at pay-per-view. So that's going to be another money grab if you go after Pacquiao. But I'm going to be looking at him physically. Is he going to use VADA? And if he doesn't use VADA, if he looks entirely more shredded up and veined up, I mean, that's going to be nigga, that's checkmate right there, bro. That's checkmate right there for me. You know what I mean? Um, Trav says I will never be a Spencer character. Slow it down. Slow it down, Jalik.
You sound like it, man. You do.
But Trav, nigga, hey, get
You
that
do
video
sound
up.
like he was in all of them. He was like, wow. It's like, wow, he outboxed the top 4 pound for pound. And he
No,
wasn't making no excuses, though. I give you credit, though, Trav. I give you credit, though. I definitely give you credit. He wasn't making no excuses, but you definitely sound like on the low key, he's one of your favorite boxers.
you team man down strap season now, Trav. Keep it 100, bro. Well, you know, like I said, I was never one of them people that was just like super big on Mikey. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said he was gonna get stopped within 5. If I felt he was
Okay.
such a better boxer, I wouldn't even said that he was gonna even get stopped. You know what I mean? But credit to Spence for getting the job done. But I think Spence used all his advantages, used all his advantages to, you know what I'm saying, the right way. He used his reach, he used his height, he used his size and everything,
Right.
and he was, I think Mikey had it backwards, Errol was just a little bit better in every category,
He was, though.
you know. So and he wasn't able to land. The best, I think the best thing that Spence was able to utilize was his defense. I was impressed with his defense.
Yeah, I can impress.
He didn't allow Mikey to land a lot of those significant punches. Maybe Mikey could have been a bigger puncher in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, but his defense was on point. Earl's defense was on point to where it wasn't nothing landing flush.
Yeah, I think I think Derek James is good for him.
So yeah, I think Derek James understood, like, you know what, I can't lose 2 champions and it's over for me. He already lost Jermaine. And like I said, if Errol would have lost, I would have did a video on Derek James. And let me know that Derek James know he got to change it up. Can't be training these niggas to go and get the KO for every fight. At the elite level, you're going to find some guys that's really can box, and you can't just knock them out. You're not going to be able to land flush. So I think that's why he switched up the game plan. It's not all about muscles, man. It's all about the mental. Who's the better thinker in there? He was able to outthink Mikey in there. Mikey was not the smarter fighter in there. That's why he lost. You know what I mean? He didn't get stopped or anything like that. Which I was shocked. He went 12. But it is what it is. It's called boxing. He was the better boxer, so he gets credit for that. Do I consider him? Does that mean that he's the best welterweight? No, because he didn't beat the top welterweight. No. Does that mean he's number 1 pound for pound? No, not in my opinion. Hell no. He did not beat the top pound for pound. The top pound for pound is a guy that's in his division who he never fought. So beat the top pound for pound in your division, unify, you know what I mean? And we can talk about where you sit as far as top pound for pound, at least in my book. You know what I mean? Otherwise, just keep going after your little easy bags, man. Beating leftovers, beating guys who are in lower weight classes, beating guys who are old, and all of that stuff, and but you're not going to get that type of top level credit. It's just going to be hype. It's just going to be hype until you actually face top level competition in your division or go up and wait and fight a champion there. So at the end of the day, that's really all we got, man. Credit to Errol for defending his title successfully. And message to PBC, do better. You guys are charging a whole lot for pay-per-views that is not really living up to the money that we paying. You know what I mean? So going forward, hopefully you guys can do better with the undercards and just do better overall, man. Do better overall. I think that this year, 2019, man, these 2 pay-per-views that they had didn't live up to the hype. Did not live up to the hype. I was thoroughly unimpressed overall with both pay-per-views that I bought with my own money. So I have every right to give my criticisms, and I'm letting it be known I will not be purchasing another pay-per-view from PBC unless it is a top level fight with risk on both sides, great undercards, and you know, really worth my money. But yeah, go ahead, Jalik. Last
Yeah, I just
comments.
appreciate you having me on. If anybody don't, I got my own little channel. That's on the come up, Jalik the Leader.
Yeah, let me post it.
Whenever Black put it in there, we gonna debate Jamel Harrison. He been ducking me, y'all. I've
You
been trying to
tripping.
put him on Vada. He been trying to get these apps. He been trying to look through all his history of
Shit.
whatever notes he had. We
Don't
gonna
listen to this
definitely have that
man.
one. We gonna definitely have that one. And tonight, make sure y'all tune in to Students of the Game. We
Yes,
gonna have
sir.
something. Black should put that up on his other channel. We do the Students of the Game. We switch from sports to real life stuff back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yes,
We'll
sir.
be doing that
Yes,
today
sir.
at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock California time. So we gonna be in the UK is 5 hours ahead. I think 1 o'clock. But yeah, that's real big right there. So I look forward to doing that later. And yeah, Errol showed us some different things. Errol, if you listening, you definitely want to definitely do Vada. Vada is actually good for you. It's not a bad thing. So do that and keep doing your thing. And wish you can continue development. And we all want to see the dude from Nebraska, Bud Crawford. That's the fight everybody want to see. That's the biggest fight in boxing.
Yes, sir. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Jalik the Leader. My computer is kind of freezing up a little bit right now. I was trying to pull up his link. But go on YouTube, Jalik the Leader, and subscribe to him. And yeah, make sure you guys don't miss our Student of the Game of Life episode 9 tonight. Jalik, I think what we're gonna we was talking about
Who you want to talk
higher
about?
learning.
You want to talk about higher learning?
Yeah, but if it's any other, you know what I'm saying,
I'll send you the
any
message. Yeah.
yeah, just send me another message in the Hangouts if it's another topic in mind you want to add to that. But
Yeah, higher
yeah,
learning. Yeah, higher learning and higher living,
yeah, yeah. So
higher
we're gonna
living.
definitely get to that.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all don't miss it, man. That's on my other channel, Black Horseman Promotions. And make sure you guys support Jalik the Leader right here. Subscribe to him. Matter of fact, that he just later put a comment at the bottom. And at the conclusion of this, I will put the link in the description for you guys to subscribe to him. But we'll see you guys tonight.
So what we gonna do the debate like? And what you keep? What's the weight though? Seriously,
On the Tony
Harrison.
Harrison.
I've been calling you out for
Oh, whenever. So that fight is official, right?
in June. Yeah, we can do
Well,
it.
set it up. Set
We
it
can
up. It
do
don't
it
matter.
whenever. Like
We can go to my channel. We go to your channel. It don't matter.
I
If you want to set it up and do on yours, I'll go to your channel. Don't matter.
right. We
But
gonna do it. I don't want. We gonna have neutral. Trav gonna be one of the judges. I want everything neutral. Vada testing, everything.
all right,
Everything
yeah. I'm
legit.
coming in clean. It's gonna be all natural. Vada stamped. Clean. So that's really all we got, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to the ones catching the playback. And y'all leave us a comment below. Hit the thumbs up. And let us know what y'all feel about the this show tonight. This show today. And do y'all feel Spence will step up in competition, or you think he's gonna face Manny, or who do you think he should go from here? And how do you feel he now fares and compares to the other top welterweights? We're talking about Bud Crawford, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, and then should we even bring up 154? Does he even look like he can go up in weight and compete there? So y'all let us know after this performance. Do you think that his stock is going up or going down? And then what about Mikey? Has Mikey's stock going up or going down? You know what I mean? The guy went 12, and he had the heart and the courage to get in there, man, and face the so-called boogeyman. But that's really all we got, man. Shout out to my brother Jalik the Leader. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm the
Yeah.
Black Horseman. We out of here.